Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Hope everybody's doing well out there in Radio Land. Leroy, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You feel like we got a breath last night, you know? It's like I needed to calm down. The sports has been going crazy recently.
Well,
I needed a night just to settle down, and then it was a pretty wild night in the NBA. But it was I needed a break last night. I needed to decompress.
Well, was it hectic because all of the action was away from the team that you thought was going to have the most action, and that's the Dolphins? With all the firings in the NFL.
Oh, I'm just talking about games.
Local stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I heard the McDaniel press conference yesterday. He's apparently still with the team for now. I mean, like nobody said anything officially with the team. Like some guys, like he's not. The team hasn't announced it. It's like, well, he is. He is.
Does it become a point where it's too late and you're not going to be able to find anybody or interview anybody if you wait too long?
I mean, like they have to find a GM first. Like I think that's the biggest thing is they got to find a GM first. I think some people are still theorizing like if Harbaugh shakes loose out of Baltimore because there seems to be some type of thing going on with him and Lamar. That would feel like an obvious fit for the Dolphins because of how many times it's, all the connections to the Ross Harbaugh family.
Yeah, I'm curious if you were in that situation and you were a fan of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Would you really be considering getting rid of the coach?
No, I'd get rid of the quarterback. I would get rid of that quarterback. He seems like a malcontent. Yeah, you got to trade him elsewhere.
But
if you have an ingrate like Lamar Jackson, he definitely should not be in Baltimore.
Okay, stop.
And he should be elsewhere.
On.
No. I'm just
serious. Stop, because you want him down.
You can't get rid of a champion. They need to get rid of Lamar Jackson and send him where he wants to go. You send that quarterback where he wants to go.
This conversation was fun.
No, you made a great point. I'm just saying.
No, let's just move on. Like, come on, man.
You don't have fun, baby. What are you
Come on.
about?
Really? What? I was asking a serious question because I always wonder fans are so quick to jump off the stuff. And I'm like, if you're a Baltimore fan, like, you think you're going to find better than that?
Probably not. But I think typically, I mean, how many times in the history of sports does the coach usually win? Like Belichick, Brady's the most recent one I can remember, and that went awful for the Patriots.
Well, it's not a matter of winning. Like somebody has to get the two of them in the room and say, look, contrary to popular belief, this is both of you guys' best chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's about winning, then let's have a real conversation and hatch this out. But no, like, oh my goodness.
I don't know. Like, look, I kind of understand what you're saying, but it just feels like it's going that way, right? Like you already had the hit piece that went out on Lamar. It feels like they haven't had always the greatest relationship as it was anyway. Now you kind of have this excuse with not making the playoffs. Point.
I mean, not for nothing. And I like Lamar. I think Lamar handles himself, better than a lot of quarterbacks in this league. But let me say this. The reason why you make so much money is because of your importance to this team winning. And if you miss that many games, you can't then, after the season, look back and say, well, we didn't make it because of the coach. You see what I'm saying? And here's what else puts everything in a tough spot. And this happens with not even quarterbacks, but a lot of players. And it kind of causes a bit of a rift between coaches and players. If a coach thinks that maybe you could have played and you don't, that's always gonna cause tension. And so with a guy like Lamar in the position that he's in, if he says he can't go, there's really no negotiating, right?
Right. And there's been weird stuff even when the contract was up about whether he could have gone and stuff. So it's not a new thing either.
Right.
It's
and so from that standpoint, is the rift between the two based on that? Because if you look at, can Lamar have a problem with Harbaugh if he didn't play and he's the main reason why they win? And then complain about we ain't winning because of the coach?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's just one of those things where if you just don't like how the coach is handling things, or if you don't feel like he's got the answers, like they're going to go with probably the quarterback. I don't know. Because I don't think Harbaugh's good, but I don't think he's like.
What do you mean he's good?
I think he won a championship without Lamar. Lamar has won it. Right.
No, I understand. But also it's one championship, and we've seen like it's not like
Vlad, we've had this conversation.
Well, we have had this
conversation. One championship a long time ago, and you say ring protection. Well, so we can't say he's only won one now.
Well, you can. I mean, that's what they're gonna do. You think they're gonna pick Harbaugh? I hope they do. They should pick Harbaugh.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. If you would have had a grown-up conversation, well, I really don't know. I don't know how a guy that's been there 19 years and won your championship versus a quarterback who your recent most recent history with him is a question of whether he could have played or not.
Yeah, but he's the only reason they've been relevant also for the last 5 years.
I understand that. That's what makes this tough.
Not really. They've been relevant ever since Harbaugh's been the coach. Whether it's been like Flacco, they've won with
They had some stinker years with Flacco, dude.
What, 1 or 2?
Yeah, and then they got Lamar, and he's the guy who kind of revitalized the whole thing. Did he not?
He did. He did. So you're, and it's hard to have this conversation with you because you're not being a grown-up right now.
I don't think you're being a grown-up, to be honest with you, because you flip-flopped on both sides of it. So which one would you
haven't. I merely asked a whole bunch of questions because I said I'm not sure which way I would go, and that's why I'm asking fans.
Yeah, I don't think Harbaugh equals Patriots Belichick. I don't think 1 ring is the same as 6. I don't think he's Andy Reid as far as that's concerned. So like if you told me right now that the Chiefs, let's say Andy Reid and the Chiefs, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes had a beef, even with 3 championships.
Well, no, they keep Patrick Mahomes.
There. Okay. So now if we have
won 3.
So has Andy Reid with him.
Right. But Pat's 3, and Pat's the best quarterback in the game, the best player in the league. Lamar's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah.
But there's still questions with Lamar.
There's questions, but you don't have questions that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
No.
Nobody has those questions.
And there's the number one thing. Fine. Say there is a dispute between Lamar and John Harbaugh, right? What are the Miami Dolphins going to offer the Baltimore Ravens that would be suffice for them to agree upon a trade? That's the question. So you could talk about Harbaugh and Jackson fight. Cool. In your big, because you're always looking for a whale. Cool. Now, what are you going to offer Baltimore for you to get that whale?
Well, if you're asking me what on the market is more, it's Lamar, not the coach.
Okay. And the question is, right? How much are you going to have to give up to get him?
None of these are the same question that you guys are asking. You're asking.
No, he just asked you that.
Oh,
he literally just asked
2, 3, 4, whatever it takes.
But do you
You do understand if you give up all those assets, you're gonna leave your team very slim. Like you're not gonna. Your team's not.
The cupboard's gonna be bare.
What's the cupboard gonna have with those picks this year?
We don't know, but you got a chance.
What are they gonna have? Quinn Ewers?
I mean, what are you drafting? 11?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tobin.
What?
Tobin. So you would give up 3 or 4 first-round picks for Lamar. Yes. And then for the next 3 years, you're going to complain about not having any weapons.
I won't complain because I have Lamar Jackson. You always think
it doesn't work.
I'm not. I don't understand. Like that's always.
You know what? Because I played a team sport, and I understand no matter how great one player is, that going the next 3 or 4 years and saying we got Lamar but nothing around him when you gave up everything to get something around him is like
How many picks would you give up for him?
If I wouldn't even give up 3. I'd give up 2.
Two's your limit.
Because here's why. You're not only giving up assets, you're taking on a $74 million contract along with what you're going to have to do with Tua.
Let me ask you an honest question.
Let
me ask you a question right now.
Sure.
Give me the last first-round pick for the Dolphins over the last 5 years. That would make as big an impact as Lamar Jackson would for this team because it's not on this roster. Okay. So you've said you're going to have the cupboard bare. You've used your picks now. You've had your picks. Mm-hmm. Austin Jackson, Noah Igbenogany, Tua Tagovailoa, Chop Robinson, Kenneth Grant. Which one of those guys is equal to Lamar Jackson? If you know
that's all Chris Greer's doing, and he's no longer here.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because if somebody comes in that's been really good in the draft, then those assets would be more important to him.
Theoretically, if he's good.
No, it's not. Oh, okay, but
if he's good,
you think they're going to hire another Chris Greer?
I don't know. I don't know who we're going to hire. It's Stephen Ross is in charge of it, or Troy Aikman, or whoever, or Mike McDaniel's involved.
So what in 25 years has made you think that they're going to make the right decisions and make the right draft choices? So that when that cupboard is bare, they're going to have to find talent. They're going to have to find
in the lower round
free agents. They're going to have to find talent in like the 4th, 5th, 6th round to make sure that they have some type of talent. They have some type of players for Lamar to throw to. Because, all right, you make a trade for Lamar. Cool. You're going to have to pay Achane.
Okay.
You're going to have to keep Waddle.
He's under contract.
Okay. You're going to have to keep Waddle.
He's under contract. He's not getting a raise. You think after this year, he's back-to-back years not making $1,000? You think he's going to be up for a pay raise?
Cool. And then now you're giving up your draft choices where you might need, considering that you're drafting 11 and you don't have a secondary to save your life. Some of those picks that you're giving
let's draft another cornerback. Let's do that.
Granted,
the last 2 didn't play for the Dolphins. Let's do that.
You're trading those picks is going to leave you void in other areas that need to be replenished.
Dude, they literally had 2 cornerbacks they picked up off the street this year who were better than any tandem they've had in the last 5 years.
That's accurate. Let me ask you this. How much better was this recent team with Lamar Jackson?
How much was this Baltimore team?
No. If I took and put Lamar Jackson on
this Dolphins team?
Correct.
I think they got double-digit wins easy. Especially with their schedule. You disagree? They won 7 games with
I'm not
Geno Smith. It's okay, bottom 3.
Hey, before you go ahead and say the way I answered, I didn't answer either way because I don't have a definitive answer. So I just took your word for it. I just asked you what you thought.
Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, I don't know. When we sit here week after week after week and talk about we talk about how bad Tua was, but more importantly, we talk about the adjustments that Mike McDaniel made in the second half. Doesn't matter who's the quarterback. And I would say it does matter. Lamar Jackson is a game changer. So I'm not even going there. But one of the things that I think gets lost is injecting or interjecting one person onto a team doesn't automatically make you that much better, because the first thing they're going to have to do is the whole game plan is going to change with how they do things. How are they going to be able to accommodate that? The other thing is that he does get hurt.
Okay, that's fine. He gets hurt. So do a lot of quarterbacks.
No, then
so do a lot of quarterbacks. Like they do. No, but that's the facts. They do.
Okay.
And also,
you know what it is.
And also, you can't ask me a question and then not have an answer for the question. That's ridiculous.
No, because I asked your opinion. That was it.
You didn't give an opinion. You just kind of do-si-doed around it. You don't think they can
I
win
said
10 games
I don't think that one guy would have made that much difference on this team based on the complaints that I had going into second halves of games and how porous they were defensively early on in the season. I really don't think that one guy, a quarterback, would have made that much of a difference with the loss of Tyreek, with the receivers having the drops periodically. I don't know. Like, I can't just definitively say, yep, 4 more games.
Well, then why'd you ask me the question?
Because I asked your opinion, and I didn't question your opinion. I let you have your opinion. That's what you thought.
Yeah, but you don't have an opinion. That's weird.
Because I said I don't know. I said one guy.
I think you agree with
very rarely in a team sport, especially football, makes that much of a difference if you don't change everything around it. And I don't know based on the problems we had coming out in the second half, every game, if that one guy was going to make that much of a difference with what they did in the second half of all these games.
Okay, so if you could have one for the Dolphins organization, you'd rather have John Harbaugh than Lamar Jackson?
No.
Then you agree with me.
No.
I don't understand. Like, why am I fighting about this? We're on the same page.
No, we're not. We're not. Because see, here, Tobin, here's what you do. You want somebody, you don't care what it takes to get them, and you don't care about the consequences of what you're going to have to give up to do that.
I don't care about the consequences. You're correct on that.
I know you don't care, but is that going to make your team better if you are barren?
No, Lamar Jackson over Quinn Ewers right now.
Okay. You want me to give you a perfect example of the situation I'm talking about? Joe Burrow.
Okay. And that's not really the same situation.
Yes, it is, because he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing around him, and they suck.
He doesn't have anything around him. He has 2 of the greatest receivers in the league around him,
but no offensive line. So you paid your wide receivers, you paid your quarterback, and you have no protection.
If you want to talk about have an argument about Joe Burrow's durability,
that's the people around him. No, that's the team you got to build around him.
But Leroy, they've gone far with Joe Burrow before. You're not acting like they've always sucked with Joe Burrow. They haven't. That's not accurate.
How far back we go? I mean, I'm looking at right now.
I'm looking at this team right now
because if you take and add Lamar Jackson, okay, you can't go back and say Lamar Jackson has won. He ain't won with these weapons.
Dominated by one team for a decade, dude. It's been the Chiefs. Like, you literally could do that with Josh Allen too. If he was in the NFC, do you think you would have made a Super Bowl? Probably. Like, they're playing right now. They're playing right now in LeBron's Eastern Conference. Finally, they're free of the Chiefs. It's literally been one team making the Super Bowl every year, except for Joe Burrow one time.
You know, Lamar doesn't beat those guys, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
His stupid tight end couldn't catch last year. It was in his fat hands.
Wait, but why are you giving my question is
That's the facts.
Wait, no, the facts are if you didn't like Lamar and we didn't like Lamar, we would say he can't get over the hump. He can't get past all those guys.
He can't get over the hump. And also, he's greater than anything the Dolphins have had since Dan Marino.
You're right.
But
he'll be number
4.
You know who else couldn't get over the hump? Matthew Stafford couldn't get over the hump. You want to know why? Because he played for a terrible organization.
And he went to a good team with a good organization and a hell of a coach. And now he won a Super Bowl, might win MVP. So even with Lamar, you're still not taking away. You're still not rectifying the fact that your coach thinks and your organization.
You guys are changing changing the argument, though. You're changing
the argument because here's the thing.
You're changing the argument. The argument
here's the basic argument. The basic argument is you're making an assumption or what you think the impact of Lamar Jackson would be to the Dolphins. And I'm saying that as great as Lamar Jackson is, his impact would not be that great on this team because of the assets you're going to have to give up, the people you're going to have to let go because you can't afford to pay them.
Disagree. I'd do it, but we got to take a break. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Give you some headlines here, which are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Miami Heat's back on the hardwood tonight, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 8 o'clock to start a 4-game road trip. No Jaime Jaquez Jr. tonight. Remains out with that ankle sprain that he suffered. Tyler Herro, questionable with a toe. He hasn't played in 10 straight games.
He's only played 6 games.
Yep.
Did you write our rejoin? Did you write the rejoin?
I did not.
Oh.
No, what did it say?
Did he go to cold, blustery?
It is cold.
Wintry Minnesota.
It is like, Minnesota right now.
It is, right?
What is it?
But that is such a Tobin statement.
It's the only place you live where you just get up mad.
Let me see.
Just go outside. You just mad all day.
Let's see. Minneapolis right now. Not too bad for Minneapolis. 33.
No, that's
not too bad.
That's what I'm saying. But the rejoin. Oh, they go to Minnesota and cold.
When it was in Miami,
wintry Minnesota to take on Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I'm like, that sounds like Tobin wrote that.
What did you want him to say?
Not that
Minnesota comes down to play the Heat. Astron activate.
That's right.
That's the rejoin.
I'm sure he had a good time. Multiple days down here. Preheat gets going at 6:45 as the Heat will start off this road trip. They got Minnesota, then I think it's Chicago, Indy. I don't remember which order that's in, and then they end with OKC. Who OKC got killed last night by the Hornets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
OKC, what's going on? Well, I guess the record's going to be safe. Unless a lot
of good teams are going through troubles right now.
A lot of good teams, including your New York Knicks.
Usually right after the holidays, right, Vlad? Right after the holidays.
A little bit, maybe a little fat cat syndrome from too much turkey.
Cup, a little NBA Cup
hangover.
Chilling in Vegas. Yeah,
perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah, you lost to Detroit bad last night, right?
We lost to Detroit bad. We lost to Philly. We lost to San Antonio. We lost to Atlanta. Yeah, we on a 4-game losing
streak. Dude, the Celtics are the 2 seed right now.
Yeah, they just beat. Yeah,
the Celtics are the 2 seed right now.
Hey, somebody who was talking trash about I should be the guy. He the guy and he balling.
He's killing it. Jaylen Brown
leaving his impression everywhere.
He
literally.
I thought it was gonna be such a down year when those marks were gonna be all over the place.
Jeez, man.
Did you guys see? Did you see Jimmy Butler last night?
No, what happened? I know that Steve Kerr got ejected, and Steve had a great time calling the game.
Well, Steve Kerr got ejected, and then this is Snoop from yesterday. You got the buttons up, Vlad? This was Snoop yesterday. He was on the broadcast for Peacock.
Oh, look at Steve Kerr. He's all the way out here.
Uh-oh, Steve, don't get thrown out. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Back him up, GP. Back him up, Steve. Ready to fire on him.
He's already gone.
Steve banging Inglewood right now. Inglewood, get him, Steve. You in Inglewood, Steve. The Arizona Wildcat that came out and look at him.
I've got it.
Is it possible Snoop Dogg is the greatest sports broadcaster of our time? He just doesn't. He decides not to do it.
NBC's so lucky, bro.
It's funny. You can just take and put Snoop Dogg in any situation, and for some reason he makes it work.
He was
remember he did the Olympics.
Didn't he also? Oh yeah, that
was the one. I felt like his star rose was the Tyson Roy Jones card when Nate Robinson got knocked out.
That's when that was the beginning.
That's when we all realized, oh my God, Snoop's good at this. Snoop could he's great. He was great yesterday. But no, it ended because I think Steph Curry fouled out for the first time, I want to say in 4 years yesterday.
2021.
And Jimmy Butler ended it with airball.
Oh, and the last shot?
Last shot.
Ooh.
Didn't even hit the rim.
And you find that.
Like, you know what?
I mean, I don't feel anything. It's just
I don't even Vlad, it's like this. He didn't want to be here. He wanted to be wherever they were going to pay him. I had my questions about how he had looked before he decided he didn't want to be here. And it almost seemed like he didn't want to be here because he didn't want to get exposed. So he went under the blanket of Steph Curry, where he wouldn't have to, be the guy. And he's still, the moments that he had to be the guy, he's not. Like, you ain't even, they're just asking for moments. They ain't asking for you to be the guy.
I just needed a shot last night.
If it was up to Tobin, he would still be here.
That's true. They better do something with that money. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't think I'm not watching them. The Heat. You better give me something.
Well,
I don't know if I'm into.
Here's the problem. The guys that you were talking about trading, one of them only played 6 games this year. And
I wanted Durant, and he had a game winner last night.
Well, Durant gonna get buckets. You ain't never got to worry about that man playing basketball or getting buckets.
He was petty after the game yesterday because it was against the Suns.
Have love within that organization, but as a competitor, does it mean any more to you to be able to hit that one against your former guys?
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? A place that I didn't want to leave, and my first time being I don't want to sound too dramatic, but I will, to be kicked out of a place, you know what I'm saying? And felt like that, I've been scapegoated, you know what I'm saying, for the issues we had as a team last year. Yeah, it felt good to beat them and hit a game-winning shot, but that's all it is. It's not just for the moment, It's something tomorrow I won't even think about, So it was a fun game. Like I said, of course, yeah, I felt you play with a little chip on your shoulder against your former team, especially when they trade you.
There you go. That was him after the Rockets beat the Suns yesterday.
Oh, so he didn't want to leave Phoenix.
No, they tried to trade him behind his back. That's why he got so mad. Because remember, the guy that really tried to scapegoat last year was Bradley Beal. And they were trying to bully Bradley Beal into accepting any kind of a trade. The only thing is nobody wanted to trade for him, which, by the way, he's out for the year.
Hip surgery.
And then they were basically stuck. They had no assets left. And so their last move was like, I guess we're going to trade Kevin Durant. And they didn't tell him about it. And when he got wind of it, they were going to try and trade him to the Warriors. And he's like, I don't want to go back to the Warriors. You're not trading me there. So that's why it all unraveled there.
Gotcha.
So no, he didn't go to them and demand a trade until the summer. He's like, well, I'm not staying with you. You guys tried to weasel me out of here.
Right.
So he got his get back last night. That's what happened there.
Did he?
Panthers. What?
At his stage in his career, is the only get backs is going somewhere else and winning.
I mean, he literally, all he can do right now is win a game on January 5th, and he beat them at the buzzer. The Panthers, by the way, they're back on the ice tonight. They take on the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7:30, and you can hear that game on AM 560. Seth Jones, by the way, is week to week, but Paul Maurice says he expects him to be back before the Olympic break. That's probably about 3 weeks. The Olympic break's February 5th. It's about 16 games. So
I think we lose track of how important that dude is.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. The good news is it sounds like Matthew Tkachuk is at the very latest going to play after the road trip, but he is on the road trip. He made it sound like he may make a return sometime towards the end. It's a long road trip, 6 games for the Cats. So we'll keep you posted on that. Take a break. More to come. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Hurricanes will be back in action on Thursday at the Fiesta Bowl against Ole Miss. See, the Rats are trying to get back on the ship. Do you guys notice this?
Which Rats?
Show the Rats.
You guys familiar with this Joey Galloway?
Oh, he's a Buckeye.
Oh, he has been an A1 card-carrying Cane hater this entire season. I mean, the poster boy to basically be like, they don't deserve to be an overall team. They don't deserve to be an overall. And then all of a sudden, you know what I like to call this? I like to call this the Fine Bomb. Because
he can't pick Notre Dame. They're not in the Final Four.
Well, he's sitting here and he's like on Kirk Herbstreit's podcast, and he's asking Kirk Herbstreit, could you send a message to the Canes fan? And this was what he had to say.
If you could tell the Miami fans that, like, I don't hate them. You could,
do they think you hate them?
Oh my gosh. You know, we have those discussions. You've been there before. When you have those discussions and it's about the process of the committee and how they choose them. And it's doesn't matter who the team is. It's about the process. If you could let them know that I don't hate them. And I was impressed with them. They're another team that has been fun to watch. Man, this playoff has been pretty amazing. And looking forward to that matchup, the Miami Ole Miss matchup.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, though, dude.
Damage is done, my friend.
Too late. Too late. You poo-pooed them all year. You picked against them twice. And now you want to come and say they can win the whole thing? Yeah, duh. There's 4 teams left. Don't use Kirk Herbstreit with his adorable dog as some avenue to get back on the ship. Too late. Too late. That's exactly what Feinbaum did in 2017. When Feinbaum was sitting here and be like,
when he wore the chain.
And then he's like, turnover chain. No, too late. You stand over there. You root for Ole Miss. You root for Indiana, or you root for Oregon. But there's one team you can't get on the bandwagon for.
Out of curiosity, so you're a hater if you pick against a team? Now, I know hold on, before you get carried away. I know what you're saying, and I'm not, because he has been a little over the top, right? With how Notre Dame should get in and how he and blah, 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 blah. Even though I told you 100% what he was saying was not accurate about how they were going about it. That's a whole nother story. But are you a hater if you pick against the Canes at any point, or are you a hater because of his consistent over the course of the year?
It was over the year. I'm more upset about it. First of all, I
right.
expect him to pick of course he's gonna pick Ohio State. Duh.
Yes, of course.
You gotta visit campus. But it was all year. It was the nonstop stuff all year. And then the thing is, like, I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth. Can you give me a bucket or something, JFig? I can't.
You gonna throw up?
Let's see.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
The one outside.
Please don't clip this.
Oh.
Mark, get it ready.
But in a way, I respect Paul Pierce because that guy will hate the Heat till his grave. Any Heat pro topic that comes up, he's taking a dump on it. But that's him. He doesn't try. He won't try. And I like that.
Because he got skin. He got skin in the game. He has skin in the game. That's how I feel about Pittsburgh.
He wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, I didn't talk bad about the Heat. No. He's like, yeah, I talk bad about the Heat. I'm better than Dwayne Wade, even though that's ridiculous. But at least he sticks to it. This guy is just like, oh no, heavens to Betsy, I was wrong. And you go to Herbstreit?
Heaven to Betsy. Why that term?
I don't know.
Who the hell is Betsy?
I don't know. I think she died.
No.
I mean, they've been saying that since the turn of the century. So
I'm just saying, like,
a long time ago.
I hope she was an angel. Heaven to Betsy. What if she was a Scarlet?
Now I gotta look it up.
A charlatan.
No.
What if she was a charlatan?
I don't know.
A harlot.
She was just the worst.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say hell to Betsy. The hell to Betsy.
Hell with Betsy.
But
Crazy.
you respect Paul Pierce's consistency of steady hating. He doesn't backtrack. Now you see Joey Galloway all of a sudden go from wide receiver to cornerback. You don't respect it.
But he said, will you tell them, please, Kirk, tell him. No. What is he? Why are you getting Kirk Herbstreit into this? All right, he's got to call the game. What do you got? Kirk Herbstreit's going to get on there, and he's going to be sitting there and be like, by the way, Chris, Joey Galloway says he doesn't hate the Canes. And why is that, Chris? Is it because he's been taking a dump on them all season? I don't know. He just brought it up on my podcast.
You
know what you did? I don't want to hear it. The damage is done, dude. Enough. You go.
It is. Betsy's probably no longer with us.
I don't think she is.
This is from 1850 to 1914. Is basically the same as saying, for heaven's sake.
Yeah. I don't know. It's there's a song, Heavens to Betsy.
That's true.
That's out now.
Need to know more about this, Betsy.
Crazy though, dude. I just like it's enough of him already. You lost. Don't try and you look. If you whiff on a take, you gotta wear it. That's what it is.
Can
you?
you wait. Can I use one of your phrases? Have the facts changed?
No, actually the facts have never changed.
But they're in the final. The facts have changed. They're in the final four.
His facts were wrong. He's sitting here and he goes, "No, they should have never been in. Never been in." Well, you can't say that. Well, actually, they could win the championship. No, they were always that talented. They had a couple of bad games. He doesn't get to come out here with 4 games left or with 4 teams left, 2 games left to be like, yeah, they could win it. Oh, really? Oh, thanks, Joey. Thank you for the news.
Thank you, Joey, because now they just shifted all their energy from me to you, which is great. Even though I don't think you could ever call me a hater again because I was the only one telling you were in and everybody was still hyperventilating.
Dade Saff says you should have seen Joey Galloway's face at the playoff selection when the Canes got in. It was miserable. It was like somebody took a turd in his cornflakes.
Not as much as what's her name, Heather Dinich.
Oh, dude.
Come on.
She went heavens.
She went heavens to Betsy. Heavens to Betsy.
Not the Golden Domes.
Which is crazy. Like you cannot. And I said this back then. You can't have 2 teams sitting right next to each other and one beat the other one and not put them above. You can't.
Farticus says he's been proven wrong, so he's trying to soften the blow of being a hater. Is he doing the pregame? Because he did the pregame for the Canes game.
He's gonna do both.
Is there gonna be a crowd there? Can somebody just say apology not accepted?
Do they fly from one place to the next and do it the next day?
One will probably be at the Fiesta Bowl, and then the other will be at the
one would think
Peach Bowl.
Well, they were at that. What was up with the Rose Bowl? The Rose Bowl was a typhoon before in the early days.
It rained all week.
I didn't know Pasadena got bad weather.
Yeah, 2020 Tony lied. It does rain.
You know what's crazy is that Fonz was telling me that where he lives, it rains a lot this time of year. But that's up north. But down south, I don't think I've ever been in Southern California when it rained. And
It was crazy.
a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I lived there. Yeah, it did rain, but that was.
But it's the other thing is you have to understand when it rains a lot in certain areas out west, they don't have drainage.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with it.
No,
so the water just kind of sits there.
And
especially when it rains in Vegas. Oh my goodness, they damn near shut the city down.
They don't know how to drive in the rain.
Crazy, man. Anyway, apology not accepted, Joey, but nice try.
You know what? I look at it this way. Who cares what they think? The Canes are here, baby. You got to deal with it, right? Regardless of how you choose to do it, all of these people that said they shouldn't be there, like now I don't even want to hear them. I don't want to hear them. I don't care. Like you are not that important to me, right? Or important enough to even go into the back and forth with you because guess what? You're the one that got to eat the crow because they not only got in, but they First of all, the fact that the SEC is not faring well in this with the 17 teams that you ranked before the season started, and then give them credit for beating ranked teams when they just playing each other. There should actually be an algorithm to gives you less credit for playing a team every year and getting credit for beating them when you rank them all.
Nah, not that I want this to happen. But if Ole Miss wins the title, that would be an SEC team. So how would the SEC not be?
How do they feel about a team,
you know what I'm saying? Like
a team winning it all without a coach,
right? But everybody's acting like the SEC. They're still in the Final Four.
No, they still are. But you know, I'm saying
maybe it's not the names that we're so
Georgia,
okay,
Alabama.
That's just like the AFC playoffs. We're so used to seeing Mahomes and Jackson, but sometimes it changes. It doesn't mean that the conference is bad. It just means
I think the conference gets.
Do they get a lot of love? Yes, but I would say the same thing about the Big Ten, because look what Miami did to the defending national champs of the team that was ranked number 1.
Correct. Oh yeah. Listen.
Still weird to me that Oregon's in the Big Ten.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
and how does Oregon seem to always get to this point and Oregon's in it, right? Like what schedule they have that they're always there?
Nike money.
Yeah, they do have that. Nike. Take a break. More to come. Mike McDaniel. I don't get it. And welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Start off this hour with our headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. You're not here today, Leroy, so you missed the JFig sprint.
Yeah, because I texted her.
Sitting in here just.
I was hungry.
You were hungry. What, do they got any food here?
No, I just brought my little snacks.
Oh, all right. Rats.
I mean, they should have brought some donuts, right? You would
That
think.
would be a good
start off the year.
First, start off the year with a
great.
that would include fixing the elevator.
Oh,
Hey.
my goodness.
Oh my God! Yeah.
At least we're getting our steps in. Man, let's get it. So Barry Jackson just tweeted this out. Per source, the 6 people who will be involved in Zoom interviews with 6 external GM candidates from the Dolphins side will be Stephen Ross, Tom Garfinkel, Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, Brandon Shore, and Stephen Ross's son-in-law, Danny Silman.
Oh, so Mike McDaniel's not involved.
He says Mike McDaniel, in caps, will not participate in the interviews.
Why would he?
They don't want an 8-hour meeting.
Well, he
No,
did say-
that's not why.
He did say
Because
yesterday.
if the question during all these interviews is gonna be, how do you feel about Mike McDaniel? He can't be on the Zoom call.
You think he gets on there and he goes, GM candidate, first question.
6 minutes long.
He goes, first question. Just curious.
What would Socrates say to that?
They're like, we're sorry. We'll put him on mute. We'll put him on the back. This is what Mike McDaniel had to say yesterday on the GM search and being part of the process.
Mike, how involved will you be in the general manager hiring process and interview process?
I'm going to be a part of the process. And beyond that, I think the main objective and what everyone's counting on is that we have a cohesive crew of people that are working in the same direction. So I'm happy to support all of that. It's not my decision to make, nor would I think that would be an intelligent way to go about business. I think we need to one step at a time improve our football team from the state that it's in, and that will be the first of many processes.
You're the cause of the state that the football team's in. I don't get that.
When my grandmother would hear something like that, she would say, "Bless his heart."
Yeah, because I got to be honest with you. If you're not
very, like, he has to know.
Yeah.
That the first question that any new GM is gonna be asked.
Can I get my guy? Can I hire my guy?
Well, and what makes it tricky is your guy might not no longer be available, and with the cap held that this team is in, would anybody even want the job? Understanding that, look, if this was the Pittsburgh Steelers and they knew they had to go through cap hell and they were getting a new coach, that coach could feel secure in knowing that the way the Pittsburgh Steelers do things, they're going to see it through, and he's not going to be, fired after a year because he took the job understanding everything that had to happen.
Sure.
All right. But there's certain organizations that understand all that and are cool with all that beforehand. And then after a year, they say, no, you still didn't do good enough.
Yeah.
And so who wants to be involved in a situation like that when it might not even be questions about Mike McDaniel, it might not even be questions about the players, but it's questions about the circumstances that you're coming in on, and you could be fired after a year because that's kind of how these organizations work.
I think the thing that I have to do though is if you're not on the Zoom call, you're not part of the process. So
the coach is never part of the process.
For deception.
But the coach is never part of the process, nor should he be when the first question, the first decision has to be made by a GM is whether you're going to keep the coach.
And don't say you're part of the process.
Again, and he finished it off by saying, I'm not going to be in the decision making, nor should I.
Then what part of the process are you? You getting
coffee? Again. I think that they may ask a long question. Hey, have you heard about this guy? Do you like him? Or whatever. Understanding that he is going to be responsible for deciding whether you keep your job. Now, if I'm Mike McDaniel, I'm thinking this. The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to get a new coach. So I might be good.
No, he's the coach next year, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I think he is. I said that before. I think he is. I was a little shocked by the Tua thing because now I got to tell you, I got some he got some work ahead of him.
When you say you're shocked by the Tua, you saying like Tua is saying that he wants a fresh start?
No. See, when he said that, and knowing the way Tua talks sometimes, and just understand, I think he was saying a new start as far as a new season, not a new.
Oh no, the reporters clarified. They said
they clarified it.
Yeah, they asked, and then he didn't want to talk any further after that.
Well, once you put your foot in your mouth, like you got to remove it and ask why you put your foot in your mouth.
You
know what's crazy about all this?
Mm-hmm.
At no point in time during my career have I ever been asked a question and given an answer and had to clarify what I really meant. Never. Because I don't talk like that. I don't like, if you want your words to be accurately received, then speak that way. Like, if you want a whole bunch of follow-up questions, then speak in code.
Words mean words.
So, and the problem is, I don't even think Tua knows what he's doing sometimes. He tries to answer questions, and they're like, yikes, dude, you realize what you just said, right?
He answers questions like he's reading, like he's doing a pass play. If the first read's not there, it's over. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Once he has to start thinking about the answer, it's not good. He's going to start saying things that he's like, nobody asked you for that. Here's the question I ask. You're interviewing three execs from the San Francisco 49ers, right?
Yep.
And Mike McDaniel was hired as head coach when he was from the San Francisco 49ers. Doesn't that pretty much kind of...
Nope. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That old brother-in-law thing, when it goes to you keeping your job, you'll fire your brother.
Dude, that was Jeff Ireland. Remember, Jeff Ireland and Tony Soprano were like best of friends. Their wives were best of friends. And guess what? Jeff Ireland got on that plane to go get Jim Harbaugh. They weren't friends anymore.
Right.
Okay.
That was a weird press conference.
Look. But then and here's how that conversation would go if they said we don't want Mike McDaniel. I like Mike McDaniel. We've got a lot of history together, but business is business. And that's how they're going to go about it, and everybody's going to move forward. So I would say for the people that think if they hire, somebody from the San Francisco, team, that means that Mike is safe and secure, I would say, no. I've seen more guys that thought they were in because my boy got hired, and no, sir, because he trying to get that job too.
I honestly think the only way he was keeping his job, I disagree with you guys. I think he is going to get fired. I think
but here's the question, Tobin. That late, when you've lost access to speak to all of the most qualified guys, what do you think you're going to end up with?
Well, you've already seen the list. It's not like the most impressive list in the world. Like I think the Dolphins could be left with somebody getting fined, especially if they think that there is something down the pipe of getting somebody of greater stature. Maybe
then why wouldn't you just keep Mike and do that?
Because, well, here's the thing. What if what if somebody in the playoffs gets fired? What if McDermott gets fired? What if Tomlin decides if Tomlin's one and done? Yeah, I'd be pretty crazy if you let him go with 10 wins, but you don't know. There seemed to be some weird stuff around there. So I wouldn't just chalk up like, hey, it's over. There's no good candidates. We don't know.
So there's a couple of players out there. Are you saying you would be okay with McDermott?
I would be okay with it. It's not the sexiest name in the world, but I certainly think he's got more. I've been impressed. Times.
He's a defensive-minded coach.
Well, I do. You want to know one of the things that's impressed me?
What
is like half the time, anytime the Dolphins play him, half their defense is out. They still shut the Dolphins down.
Right.
Like I get him.
Then there's Harbaugh. Is that a no-brainer?
Harbaugh seems like the most obvious if he's on the market.
Tomlin.
What about Mike?
For sure.
Mike
I mean,
McCarthy?
Tomlin's my A1. I would love to have Mike Tomlin.
McCarthy.
I'd be okay with McCarthy. Like it's not sexy, but he's got credibility. There's not a lot of like holy bleep guys out there. Like I can't believe we're getting this guy.
Most of them are retreads. You see all the guys getting interviews are already failed once.
The only guy that I don't want who's got a lot of credentials is Bill Belichick. I can't have it with the whole honey around here. It just feels like it's going to be a zoo. If he leaves North Carolina, like I
would say this. You may not like Bill Belichick. You may think his world is a little chaotic.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things that happened in the last couple of years here would not happen with him in the building.
Okay. That's fair.
I
also don't think I ever would have caught him dead at an adult cheerleading contest.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. Like, it's in him. I mean, dude, his best friend is John Bon Jovi.
That's not Bon Jovi, dude.
It doesn't matter.
I've been to cheer competitions before.
How about this?
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying there's a side of him that I think a lot of people don't know because he doesn't reveal it. But yeah,
if he's not revealing, we're not gonna know.
Right.
We've revealed that side to be pretty.
How about this guy? He fits South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He's young.
Mm-hmm.
He's a coach. He was a coach in the NFL.
Okay.
I think Cliff Kingsbury would be a good coach down here in South for the Miami Dolphins.
Here's the problem. You ready?
Automatically, we have a problem.
Here's the problem. He lost me with his desire to have a garden gnome as a quarterback.
Okay, fine. Now that he's good,
but I will say this: offensively, I think he is more people put him in higher regard than Mike McDaniel. Mm-hmm. Offensively. So there's that. However,
he knows how to work with a mobile quarterback. You saw what he did with Jaden Daniels.
No, absolutely.
He didn't pick
Murray I don't think
either.
He picked Kyler.
He was
Murray.
Hired for Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
I don't think he was like part of the drafting process.
Well, he came in and
but did he have him in college first? I don't remember.
Was Kyler at Texas Tech? I'll check.
No, he was at Oklahoma.
He was at Oklahoma.
He was at Oklahoma. I saw that Kyler Murray was very nice about Jonathan Gannon yesterday. He was like, he gave a very heartfelt goodbye. I think he was wiping his tears with money. But
yeah. Oh no, Cliff had Patrick Mahomes.
He did have Mahomes. That's true. Yeah. But I don't think
it's you know what's weird?
No, Eberflus got fired.
Who?
Matt Eberflus. He got fired as Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys, yeah, because they were last in everything. No, they were. They really were.
They were already bad, and then they traded Micah Parsons. Like
he was the but does that play a role into this?
Well,
you get rid of your best pass rusher, your best defensive player.
One would think.
You see, that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to be one of those organizations that makes decisions like that and then blames the result not on the choices that you made, but on the decisions that other people made, right? Can we say the drop-off in their defense had a lot to do with the Micah Parsons trade?
You think at any point that Mike McDaniel reaches out to Dan Marino and he goes, "Hey, I didn't get the link. I didn't get the Zoom link."
No. I mean, the next call he gonna get from the Dolphins is
you're fired.
Bring your playbook. Right?
He goes, "But it's my playbook." Not anymore.
Man, doesn't it seem weird that, or am I a little early? Usually coaches start getting jobs already.
It's pretty early. I mean, they just
because remember when they were hiring coordinators, those guys were getting the head coaching jobs before the playoffs started.
As far as I saw yesterday, I think the only teams that have interviews lined up already are the teams that had the guys that fired everybody already. So Tennessee and I think New York.
Tennessee, I think, talked to Raheem Morris.
Morris.
Yeah.
They Vance Joseph.
Anthony Weaver got interviewed.
Anthony Weaver, they asked. Yeah.
The Falcons are interviewing him.
And but if you hire, here's what's crazy. If you hire Weaver, aren't you in effect hiring the same guy as Raheem Morris?
What do you mean by that?
Defensive guys.
Well, it would be Weaver's first job.
Yeah, okay, but they were defensive minded guys. Like they built who they are through the defense.
What about Stefanski here? Leroy?
I was a big supporter of him.
Little egotistical this year.
No. I just think some of the things that he did this recent year, and I'm not gonna fully excuse Shador, because I do think sometimes before you get on the field, you got to play the part. Like that's just the rules. And everybody, and even like Sproles say that to some extent. You got to show me you're willing to put the work in. You got to show me you're doing the work. Absolutely. And you earn those minutes. That's in sport. That's a lot, especially in football when you got to go on the field and 10 other guys have to depend on you, especially at that position. However, when he finally started playing, I think that there was something there that maybe Stefanski should have seen and tried to kind of like get him on the right track instead of just dismissing him.
Right.
Right. And so from that standpoint, I say when your job is to develop all the talent you have on your team to try to become the best team that you can, he kind of lost me a little bit with the fact that they just put Shador on the bench and made him the third quarterback and didn't even do any work with him. It just seems like he just dismissed him. And when you watch him play, it looked like, man, I wonder what he could have been if we had put all that effort into him and tried to get him on the right track. And I always blame a coach for that.
It felt very strange ever since they moved on from Baker. It felt very much like ownership was trying to,
sabotage his job.
Well, that's I mean, like they're trying. It's the thing is like I can't blame them for going to get Deshaun Watson. I mean, maybe without all the baggage, but
listen,
they literally gave every dollar they could to Deshaun Watson, and then that failed miserably.
And that whoever made that decision
still got a job.
Right. Barry.
Andrew Barry did.
I think ownership might have came in and said,
that's what I feel like ownership. It feels like the Haslams like to meddle with the quarterback.
Here's the other thing though. I just think that when that situation didn't work out, the organization didn't really do Kevin Stefanski any favors with how they went about trying to fix it or remedy the situation, because you always had in the back of your mind that whoever we bring in is going to be temporary because Deshaun's going to be back.
Sure.
And so that puts him at a disadvantage. And it's a little bit unfair to him, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about him as a head coach, being that a lot of the success was centered around Chubb and around that defense who's been, just amazing.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. I'm very excited. Very excited. Leroy.
What's up?
Guess what, dude?
What?
Big news out of the 561.
What's up?
West Palm?
Yeah.
The nut is back open?
The nut is, I don't think the nut ever closes. The nut is always open for business.
Okay.
It's always hot here too. So.
Yep. But I haven't been to the nut in a while.
Been chilly.
Yeah.
That water is already brisk.
I did go to Blowing Rocks recently. Hey, yo. But not the nut.
Where's that?
It's a little north of Jupiter. It's really nice, the Blowing Rocks. Really nice. You know? When you see, those splashes up against the Blowing Rocks, it's really crazy. So, but I would at one point like to make a return to the nut. So, hey, yo. Anyway.
Can I just tell you?
These are very interesting.
You probably shouldn't be visiting those places.
No.
Because we don't want to hear stories about.
You guys don't want to hear stories from the nut? Hey, yo. The Palm Beach Cardinals, who I'm no fan of. I'm a Jupiter Hammerheads guy. But good marketing is good marketing. Hello, Leroy. This is Giovanni. Leroy, can you not listen to your spam calls
Leroy?
on the
I wasn't listening to my.
So what are we doing?
Hold on.
Oh, might as well.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
My car
Hmm?
is at the dealership
Oh.
getting an oil change.
Hmm?
And I was listening to the message because I know trying to make sure there's no funny business. You know when you drop your car.
Yeah, you got some upcharge.
Right.
Could
So
you have muted yourself?
huh?
Could you have muted yourself?
I didn't. I was just. It just said with the
Minus
message. You know how they
one.
give the words. It did. All it said was "thank you," and I was like, "Who is this?" And it looks like it's from the dealership. And once I heard it was from him, I stopped the message. I can hear it whenever.
Gotcha.
Minus one ready.
Technological snafu.
But I hope that I don't have to approve something else because I got to be on the road. That's what I was trying to.
I got you. Anyway, getting back to the big news.
Big news.
The Palm Beach Cardinals are rebranding.
Really?
With an alternate name.
What is that?
And do you have the logo, JFig?
I do.
They are changing their names, Leroy.
Are you ready?
Oh, no.
To the Palm Beach Frozen Iguanas.
This is ridiculous.
I love it.
This is Tobin written on.
That is a minor league name.
Are you sure you didn't make this up?
I swear to God, I'm reading it in the Palm Beach Post right now.
All they need to be, the mascot should be Tobin holding up 2 iguanas.
Well, he instantly wants to.
If they ever want me to throw out a first pitch with an iguana in my hand, I'm happy to do it.
Would you throw the iguana instead of the ball
If
for
I'm
the first pitch?
I don't know how Peter would feel about that, but I would absolutely with my little Sunny Bunny.
I mean, how would Peter feel about team being named Frozen Iguanas?
I don't know. But Palm Beach Post says the Palm Beach Cardinals are connecting with their South Florida roots by becoming the Palm Beach Frozen Iguanas for a limited time in 2026.
Oh, limited time. So just when it's cold?
Well, minor league will do a thing where they do different. You have an alternate team. Like I think the Jacksonville Suns change on weekends. I think they're like the Jacksonville Honey Drippers or something like that, which is like an ice cream. I don't know. I don't get it, but minor league teams will do this. But yeah, on Saturdays they are changing their names to the Frozen Iguanas. All Saturday home games this year are going to be known as the Frozen Iguanas.
And their colors are going to be green and green,
white and green,
blue and green. I'm guessing instead of
what are their normal colors?
Oh, they're red. They're just the regular name. The regular name is boring. It's the Palm Beach Cardinals. Stupid.
So, question. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Is this a way to sell merch?
I've already ordered my hat.
You ordered the hat? Is it fitted?
Yeah.
You can't get you got to get the fitted one if you get the hat, right?
I don't think they sell adjustable. I don't know, but
I want you to know this all happened during break.
I was like, I need a hat.
Did he get all excited?
I'm very excited.
Yes, he walked out of here really excited.
But I don't get it till April. That's the only thing that sucks. They don't send it until the season starts.
Because they haven't made it yet.
Fair point.
Like they just changed the name. They don't come
Palm
out
Beach
with merch.
Iguanas. Send me a hat. I want it.
Send the whole show.
Yeah, send the whole show. Don't just send Tobin one.
Well, send it 6.
We'll be the biggest Palm Beach Iguana fans of all time.
Let's not forget Vlad and Brittany.
A full batch of hats, please, for Show Pony Infield.
Only
know
person they wouldn't be able to send a hat to on this station is Joe.
Oh.
Or Marcos. They both got
Marcos.
Like a Palm Beach Komodo dragon they'd have to put up there.
Ooh, big dog?
Yeah.
You guys shaming people's hats.
Joe can't wear fitted hats.
Oh, no way.
No, he can.
It has to be like a stretch hat.
What? 12?
No,
12,
yeah,
5'8"?
I know he's in the 8s. Usually, if you're in the 8s, you got a big melon.
He got that Barry Bonds.
He might be 9, bro.
No, the Barry Bonds, as you guys said, after the Pittsburgh Pirates.
2003.
His finishing move would have to be the headbutt.
Josiah James says, my local minor league team is named the Spartan Burgers.
The Trash Pandas. Somebody ought to use that one.
I think Trash Pandas is a team. Schmeathan says Tobin tried to buy Steven says just tried to buy a shirt. They only have mediums and larges. No wonder Tobin got a hat. You're a real bastard, Schmeathan.
Wow.
We'll take a break. Damage is done, my friend.
Wow.
Witcher.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. So excited about my Frozen Iguanas hat.
You know, in the middle of the summer, we're going to be asking about that hat, right?
I'm going to get, what do you mean?
I think they should ask us to throw the first pitch in one.
I agree. I agree. I think Vlad's right. You want to make it happen or you want to make it happen?
I think we should throw Vlad.
Make it happen?
Why you got to throw me? Why you gonna throw me? I do.
Go on the score.
It sounded funny in my head.
I'll give you a point for that. It was funny, but I'm like, I do.
All right. I'm going to get to this. So, you guys familiar with Michael Strahan?
Yes.
Yeah,
the former NFL sack leader in the season.
Not in his mind. And this is what he had to say.
I mean, I hold the record for 16-game season. They hold the record for 17-game season. That's the way it works out.
Still claiming the title.
But you know, you can't compare records from 12-game seasons to 16 and 17-game seasons. It doesn't work. But I look at it like this. There's always generation that I love the fact this young man's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I know that he has so many more sacks left in him. 30 years old. I think I had just as many, if not more, sacks after 30, as did Bruce Smith, as did Reggie White. I think he's just getting going. He's just finding his stride. And you don't know how hard it is to do that on a team that isn't always in the lead, a team that isn't always competitive. I think that is the most amazing thing about it. He's done it on a team where he's the focus. He's the guy that gets doubled and tripled every time, and it never stopped him from going out there and putting up numbers
not
year
playing
after
with
year.
the league, yeah.
Without playing with the league. I mean, this kid is amazing. And I really just want him to be on a team, which hopefully will be Cleveland because he signed a long-term deal there, that wins and gives him an opportunity to have the ultimate thing in this game of a team game, which is a Super Bowl.
Damn it, Michael Strahan. Come on, dude.
You know
Come
what?
on.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
So when a guy runs for 2,000 yards, they just say he run for 2,000 yards. That's it.
When a guy
they don't ever say, but OJ did it in 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They just say he ran for 2,000 yards. So So just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge what the man did.
You can just say you're proud of him.
No, there's hate. There's petty.
But still, I'm just saying, as a running back, we don't look at, they don't put 2014 games, 2012 games.
Leroy, you're right.
2,000 yards. So if you break a record, you know what I mean? It's just like no wide receivers gotten 2,000 yards receiving, right?
Right.
And now we got 17 games. Everybody thought JSN was going to do it.
Cheetah was on track to do it.
Right. So let's come on, man. Look, they don't put that number out there. They just put in the season.
Also,
he brought it up. Here's the thing. It could be a known fact, but he can't bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because if he brings it up, it's just
small.
like Vlad said, it looks petty.
No, it is petty because when Mark Gastineau was bitching and moaning about when you broke his record, you didn't say none of that. So now that your record is broken, how are you going to bring that up?
He got mad at Brett Favre.
He got mad at Brett Favre, but
for giving it. Yeah, and wait, Myles Garrett's sack was running the quarterback down. Your sack was a quarterback folding up.
Well, Burrow folded up too, but smartly.
Well, did you see the get off by Garrett by that time?
I would. I'm not
If
taking
he
that
doesn't move, if he doesn't go down, he might not make. Listen, Tobin, he might not play next season.
I would do whatever it took to not take impact from him.
Dude, I'm telling you, I stood next to him. I don't consider myself a small man.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Tyreek Hill standing next to Shaq.
Jeez.
It's like it's like to see him move the way he does at that size is the most remarkable thing. I don't think people understand because you're seeing him on the field with a bunch of other big guys.
Right.
But you don't realize how fast he's moving at that size with that quickness and that agility. It is like you just watch every play and you're like, how does anybody ever block this man?
Speaking of, by the way, I know it was college, but what Ruben Bain did to that tackle while getting the running back, when he made he pushed the guy all the way back and then made the tackle. I was like, that was one of those menacing plays I have seen.
You know what sucks about this? This what sucks about the Ruben Bain situation.
Is the situation?
Because when he gets drafted, you're not going to hear about plays like that. You know what you're going to hear about? He has short arms.
I know.
Remember I said, and it drives me crazy because why can't we look at film and say, regardless of what this physical inefficiencies are that we have deemed to be important, the dude is out there causing havoc. Where does that take place in football? Right? Stop looking at now. I'm so sick of the sport that I enjoy watching and then love playing being graded on a piece of paper as far as talent, as far as what we're going to do during the course of a game with analytics. When did we get away from being able to watch football, see guys play and say that guy's the baller?
Because you let the nerds in.
Who let the nerds in?
Not us.
What do you got for damage, Leroy?
Okay. So I want to go to this ridiculousness of college football, right? And how we just arbitrarily make this team good versus this other team. And I want to say to the people who decided that Miami and Tobin from day one, I said, this is too many points. Miami was a 10-point underdog to Ohio State when you have proof that the style of football Miami plays has been a problem for Ohio State all year. Let's go to Texas. Good pass rush. They won, they struggled. Let's go to Indiana. Good pass rush. They lost. Okay. Now Miami, who has a much better pass rush than any of those two teams, a 10-point underdog, the damage is done. Yep. You whiffed. For all the paper and analytics that you look at, how did you just overlook that one?
Hopefully there were a lot of Ohio State fans who lost money on that. Idiots.
Nope.
Jennifer,
damage is done.
What damage is done for you?
I can't wait for this.
So during break, I was talking to Vlad.
Mhm.
I made this very shocking discovery yesterday.
She was yesterday's old.
I was years old when I found this out, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys know because Vlad knew. But my favorite movie growing up was Hercules. It wasn't like that princess girl or anything. It was
Disney
Hercules,
cartoon
the
or
Disney
with
cartoon.
Kevin Sorbo?
Not Kevin Sorbo and Xena the Princess, Warrior Princess.
Okay,
Not that.
Hercules, the Disney cartoon.
The Disney cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was rewatching it, and I was told that Hercules was actually an anti-hero.
Wait, what?
He was. It's so heartbreaking.
What do you mean he was an anti-hero?
So basically, he wasn't good.
He wasn't a good guy?
He wasn't.
I didn't know that.
He killed Megan, his wife, and his kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You remember when they did it? Didn't they do another one with The Rock? Or was it
They did multiple
The
live
Scorpion King?
actions.
No. Rock
No.
didn't. No. I know what you're talking about.
They did multiple live actions, and I didn't really watch any of them, but my dad did. And he knew this. I didn't know this.
But Danny DeVito helped him as the goat.
I know.
The train to save was that who he saved out of hell?
The cartoon version of this movie. Everybody deems Hercules to be good.
Yes, but the whole reason why he killed Megan and his kids was because his mother
Always gotta listen to
made
mom.
him do it.
Mom Duke's rules.
Because that mom hated him actually.
Which one wasn't the god? He was because he was Zeus's kid, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
he's the
But
kid.
apparently Zeus was after many women, and he
floozy.
cheated on her.
He's a Zeus. He's a god.
Cheated on her, had a child, and Hera, whatever her
right
name
I'm doing
is,
all that.
was super upset
Mhm.
and decided to have revenge.
Zeus is gonna go after Astron.
Damage is done.
Of course.
Basically.
He's Zeus. Don't get no it don't get no more powerful than Zeus.
And it hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was destroyed.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
destroyed about this.
Where did you find this?
Wait,
on?
I want to know. I would have loved to hear the conversation. Vlad going.
I was laughing at me the entire time.
You know, Zeus was bad, right?
No, I didn't.
She's like, no.
I was like, wait
Did
a
you
minute.
tear up a little bit?
She
That
watched
your lifelong hero is a criminal.
The gods were never
criminal.
I never felt like the gods were ever dishing out anything good. It always felt like you were feeling the wrath of the gods.
Right.
No.
I guess.
Right.
It just hurts.
And nobody mess with Zeus.
Oh man. Vlad, what damage is done for you?
Dante Moore. Sir, you better enter the draft.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why.
Isn't he? He's the number one rated quarterback, right?
Right. But he's acting like he might return for another season in college football. Now, the 2027 draft class is supposed to be one of the best draft class in recent memory, with so many offensive weapons and many great quarterbacks coming out, like an Arch Manning and so on. So, Mr. Moore, even though you may not like the fact that the Jets are in the top 2 draft picks, you better walk out. You better enter the draft so we can get Mendoza. That's it. That is it. So you and your people starting to say, ooh, I don't know, I might return.
Wait a minute. So you just want this so you get Mendoza?
Absolutely.
You just pulled the Tobin.
Absolutely. Why
You just
not?
absolutely pulled the Tobin.
Why not? I work with the man. Why can't I steal some of his moves?
You absolutely positively pulled the Tobin.
Yes.
He's
yes.
been doing this also.
Tobes, you know what? I see your way. I see your way.
Vlad.
I see
Wow.
By the way, we got to get to this. Did you see
Damage
this
is done.
whole thing going on with the Raiders?
Which one?
Yeah, it was
We got to take a break. Very interesting with their little head coaching search. Back after this. Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy's gone off to hobnob with Jay Crawford. Jay Crawford. Just kidding. Enjoy that.
No, you're not.
I am not. I'm not. Let us get to our headlines this hour, ladies and gents, which are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Atlanta Hawks, this was dropped yesterday by Sham Charania, and that the Atlanta Hawks are basically trying to find a trade for Trae Young. The Trae Young era is coming to an end in Atlanta. Their record with him is a lot better than when he plays. And it seems after no even entertaining of extension talks that Ice Trae is going to be moving on. There's a lot of Wizards fodder that's out there right now that apparently, but they would have to take, I think they're saying the Hawks would have to trade a pick with Trae Young. And then I think it was like around CJ McCollum's contract or something like that. Which, I mean, Trae Young, because the Kings apparently reportedly don't want him. There was some Kings fodder that was out there around him. But this is the thing that I found interesting. I don't want, be clear about this.
You sound very conflicted.
I'm not conflicted because
you don't want Trae Young.
In a vacuum, I don't want Trae Young. In a vacuum, I don't want Trae Young. You know, even though Trae 05 would be a cool, we could make shirts. We could make so many.
Honest, you've thought about this before.
Michael McCullough. Yeah, I have entertained it before. Yeah. That was before we got Norman Powell.
Okay.
I have entertained it before.
So you want Leroy, your partner, who hates garden gnomes.
Yes. He's going to crush him.
So you want Trae Young to be part of the Miami Heat?
Well, this is what I found was interesting, Vlad. I really don't on its face. But the Miami Heat are about to head towards their own situation that's feeling very Trae Young-ish with the Tyler Herro thing. Tyler Herro is going to be up for – Tyler Herro has not played. He might play tonight. Who knows? But this non-defensive scoring guard, there's very few of them who are like having that value around the league. Like probably Jalen Brunson and Luka are like the only two, and because they're all world scorers.
And Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan, I'll put him in there too. But he's not even the worst on his own team.
No, but you know, just scoring non-defensive players.
At least Donovan Mitchell's got wingspan. I mean,
right. If you're gonna give up 25, at least score 29.
Right. So this whole thing with the Heat and Tyler Herro is going to reach at some point a decision, right? Because not only are they not going to give him an extension, well, now Tyler Herro hasn't played and he's owed $30 million next year. I don't even know what you get for him. I don't think anybody's going to give you stuff for Tyler Herro right now. Right now, it feels like Tyler Herro would just be filler in a star trade. Which, by the way, the Heat have another thing that's a little bit weird because tomorrow they got to decide whether or not they're going to keep Terry Rozier's contract on the books or waive it. And if they waive it, they can go sign another player on the minimum because it saves them like $2 million.
Are they still waiting for decision from the league?
What do you think, Vlad?
Yes.
You think Adam Silver's made a decision? Big, decisive Adam Silver? Has he made a decision? No, of course not. I want to get down that road with Adam Silver. That fence sitter. But I was intrigued by the idea that the Hawks would have to add a pick to Trae Young. And now I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. Would I salary absorb a year and a half of Trae Young to get an asset? Big, fat asset? Trae Young? Would I take on a pick? Because I'm probably not getting a pick trading Tyler Herro. Probably not. But if I can get a pick, take on Trae Young, I already got, all it takes is Tyler Herro and Simone Fontecchio. I mean, now you would be facing Tyler Herro a lot. There's a chance Tyler Herro blows up. He revenge threes you all the time. I don't know. Would that scare you? Now I'm leaning no. I just want everybody clear. I'm leaning no. But when I saw would it if I could get a pick for taking in Trae Young, you still got something in the tank, right? Not a complete bum.
All right.
So he's got to have something. Throws lobs to Khalil.
I think you're the only curious one.
You're really trying to convince yourself into liking this trade.
Well, I got to take. I need a little sweetener. If they're giving me Trae Young with a little sweetener, if they're giving me an asset with Trae Young, would I take that on?
But all right, say they
not
give you
him straight up. I'm not taking him straight
draft
up.
A draft pick and Trae Young.
Yes.
But are you expecting this draft pick to be in the?
I'm not expecting like the Pelicans pick that they're going to get, like that, because they're going to have the Pelicans. But if I got their other draft pick this year, and then all of a sudden maybe Giannis comes a calling.
Oh, you see, so all of this is to try to get Giannis.
Well, it's not all of you. I just want to.
I'm just saying, we went
up a little bit.
We went through this journey just for this trade. A whole journey, by the way, just to end up it being about Giannis.
I'm not saying it's about Giannis. It's just about, it could be Giannis. It could be Donovan Mitchell down the road. It could be, you probably wouldn't do that, but it could be just have it. Maybe you have one down the road. What if it's like a 2030 pick and we have it for Ant-Man down the road?
It's 2026, Tobin. So you know what? It's a new year, new whale hunting. But you are whale hunt. You've been whale hunting before the year turned.
I've been reinvigorated.
You've been very reinvigorated. But Lamar, like that week of Lamar, Anthony Edwards, like that week really like reinvigorated you to the point where it seems to me you just want a name. Doesn't matter. Once you get the name, we'll fill out the pieces afterwards.
He is a name, but I'm also getting stuff with him. Like I think the Heat. Here's the thing: the Heat have not been moving very ballsy lately, right? Like they don't live in the world where they're given the Godfather offer. First of all, they don't. They're being hamstrung by this fence sitter Adam Silver. So I'm trying to find solutions. And if the Hawks are genuinely in a spot where they want to get something for Trae Young, first of all, Tyler Herro is a lot better than CJ McCollum. The Heat, let's be real about it. There's no future here with Tyler Herro, most likely, unless the Heat.
Wow, you just giving up on Boy Wonder.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not giving up on him. He doesn't play basketball. And they're not going to give us. The only way Tyler Herro gets an extension, Vlad, is if the Miami Heat go into the playoffs and he goes out and balls out to help him win a series. If we're going to do another gentleman sweep in the first round or we're Lords of Play-in-ville, he is not going to get an extension. It's not going to happen. And he can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy.
Neither can Trae Young.
That's true, but I'm getting a pick. I'm getting a pick. Give me some more maneuverability. I don't have to decide the Tyler Herro thing anymore. Wait a minute.
So you went from having a bad guard and a bad defensive guard in Tyler Herro for even worse defensive guard in Trae Young. And at least Tyler got 4 inches, 4 inches on him.
He does. And he's obviously he's a better shooter than Trae. Trae hasn't been as good a shooter for the last couple of years, honestly. Now he's a better
Trae's a better playmaker and
better playmaker.
Right. And we'll get everybody the ball in the offense while he gets his points. I'll give you that. But he is a liability defensively. The team's already given up a lot of points as is.
You would be small because if you were going to play him with Davion, you have 2 6-footers
Oh my
in the
God,
backcourt.
you have 2 Gardner Gnomes.
Then you have Norm,
who's not that. He's like a 6'3", 6'4" shooting.
Who's not? He's no
small forward.
He's no defensive stalwart himself.
My God, you poor Bam and Khalil will be having to cover everybody's defensive laps.
That's true. It's not a great basketball fit. But
and what are you going to do with Wiggy?
It's a good question. We would also have to probably trade him to the Lakers for a pick.
Wait a minute. So you're going to trade all your – no, wait a minute. No, you know what? I'll let you cook. I'll let you cook.
What are you talking about?
Listen, the listeners and the YouTubers and the Twitchers, they're upset with you.
Why?
They didn't want you. They didn't want you to go down this lane. But you know what? This is a new year. This is new me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're trying to hear him out.
I'm going to let you cook. I'm going to let you hear
Thank
it
you.
out so that you say what you have to say, and then we talk about it reasonably and
right.
Smartly. We talk about it and understand that what you're asking for makes absolutely no sense.
You don't think it's possible that they could get a pick with Trae Young?
Getting the pick for Trae Young is great. What will that pick be?
I don't know. People don't care.
What do you mean?
GMs just want to hear that they're going to get a pick. They're idiots.
So you're telling that Pat Riley just wants to hear that he's getting a pick back?
Yeah. No. I think when the Heat go and say, hey, we're going to trade for Ant or we're going to trade for Giannis or whoever, they're like, hey, we got 5 first-round picks to give you. They're like, oh? You don't say where are those picks. Nobody asks where those Mikal Bridges picks are. You don't know. They don't know. They were all over the place. All you heard was, I got first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. What have they done with those picks? Nothing. They drafted like 9
They drafted like 20 guards.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It just sounds good. If you're Sean Marks, you're like, guess what I got for Mikal Bridges? 5 first-round picks. So that's what the Heat need to do. But if the Heat have a solution, if they're not going to get something for Tyler Herro, which they're not, now you have a situation where, yeah, you're going to have to take on Trae Young, maybe for an extra year, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like it here. Maybe because he could opt out. He could go on the market. But you take on a pick. You got to do the Lowry, where you're the fat cat. You take it on just like the Hornets did, where they fleeced us and didn't tell us that there was a gambling investigation. You fence-sitter Adam Silver.
So you're going to do all of this and get that one extra draft pick that is thrown into this deal.
Yeah.
So that you could take that to flip it to try to get Giannis?
Perhaps.
Don't you think that'd be removing a lot of the pieces on this team that makes it
because Tyler Herro
attractive?
Doesn't play for this team. See, that's the thing. The only thing that makes it unattractive is nobody likes playing with Trae Young. That's unattractive.
So
that's what the pick's for.
So it's Trae Young, and a first-round pick for Tyler Herro. That's it. And Simone.
That would make the money work. Now we're talking. Hey, but I got to get a pick. I don't want to do it straight up. I think Tyler Herro is a better player than Trae Young right now. Okay? But I am nervous about the money. Hey, listen, Norman Powell wants a lot of money. I'm a little nervous about that. You see this Norman Powell? Oh, is he rubbing it in Tyler Herro's face too?
Well, you see now you starting.
He is rubbing it in Tyler Herro's face, dude. He is rubbing it in his face.
Now you starting beef among teammates.
I'm not starting beef. I'm not starting beef. I know they've joked about it, like, oh, are we feuding? But Vlad, is this a thing or not a thing when Norman Powell's like, I'm tough. I can make it through. And then Spo's like, hey, you should take second night of back-to-back off. And he goes, no, Spo, just trust me. I can play.
Well, that's what that's Heat culture. They want to hear that.
Of course. And when you're trying to impress Heat culture.
When you're the new guy, you're going to do everything. Come on.
And so, like, you're like, hey, see old in his uniform but not playing, Spo? Not this guy.
I can't believe.
Not old Norman Powell.
I can't believe what you've done. Like,
what?
You turned your back on Tyler.
I'm not turning my back. He turned his back on me.
Who gave him the nickname Boy Wonder?
I think he had that coming in to college.
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't invent that.
I don't know, but
I did sing a great song for him.
You shouted that nickname out like that was his name.
I like Tyler Herro. This is nothing against Tyler Herro. He's a perfectly fine player and a very nice gentleman and a hard worker. He just doesn't stay healthy. And I'm not in favor of paying him $1 gazillion.
But you want to trade him for another guy that doesn't stay healthy, and that's even shorter than him.
Yes, but in the short term, and I'm getting a pick.
That's if you get the pick.
They're both very short term, but one is very, very short.
I'm just saying, yeah. One is quite literally short term.
I'm just adding on some assets there, Vlad. I'm trying to think outside the box here. I'm trying to.
Oh, you've always thought outside the box.
I'm trying to up the war. And like, if the Wizards are going to get a pick, why don't we do that? If you're going to get a pick, now we're talking business, baby. I don't like him as a player that much. I'm sure you could find some fun places. It'd be nice to have somebody else besides Pella Larson. Somebody besides Pella Larson to throw Kalel Ware lobs. It would be nice. And I get a pick. Now, if there's no pick, there's no talk.
So this is all about the pick.
Oh, it's all about the pick. If I can't get a pick, then I just click, don't want it. Not interested. Not interested.
Now, you do understand that his peoples and the Hawks are working alongside to make sure that he gets the trade to the destination he wants to go to.
Yes, but be real about it. If you were him, would you want to go to the Wizards or the Heat? Not even a question. Come on. Now, the Wizards may be more
I love how that's your theory for everything. That's your theory for everything.
Everyone wants to come to Miami.
Minnesota? Remember when I said, did you do the rejoin? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're about to hear it in a couple of when we go to break. All right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hear it after like 16 seconds after the break. The description about today's game and how she said cold, blustery, and cold, blustery Minnesota, Minneapolis. And that's what I thought about you, because who wants to be in Minnesota? Would you rather be in Miami than Minnesota? Yes, absolutely. But some people like where they are. Some people like playing where they're at.
Kerwin says, you don't extend Trae Young if you trade for him? Absolutely not. No, this is about the pick.
So wait, you think Trae Young wants to get traded and not get an extension?
I don't know what he wants. I don't care what he wants. I'm trying to get him out of Atlanta. He doesn't want to be in Atlanta.
You see, and I let him cook. See, Leroy would not have let him cook. Leroy would have shut down the grill on you, told you get away. I allow you to cook.
He's taking the
He's taking the grill
Taking the
master away.
spatula?
He's taking everything away from him. I let you cook and look what you done. It's a
Burnt
scientific.
the food.
It's a scientific experiment.
I think it's a good
The
idea.
food is burnt. Everything's all broiled. Everything's nasty. See,
If I can get an asset, essentially for Tyler Herro. Now, maybe you can fill Tyler Herro in a trade. I don't know, but they got to make a choice. Dude, he's played 6 games this year.
that's bad.
6 games. He's been out with a toe bruise. Bam had a toe sprain.
Neither are playing good.
No, Bam isn't playing great offensively. He is not. He is in a funk. He looks like he's moving like he's 40 years old. I get it. That's not great. But he's out there every damn day.
Exactly.
He's not sitting here
actually
playing costume party on the bench.
Now you knocking the guy in his fit. Look at you, man.
Dude, he wearing a uniform. He's not playing. Who does that? They had enough players.
Maybe you just wanted
We can't acknowledge that's weird, Vlad. Is that not weird? If he does that again tonight, where he dresses up for the game and he doesn't play when they have enough players, you're not going to say that's weird?
No, because since this segment's all about letting you cook, he's just pulling a Russell Wilson.
Oh no, poor Russell Wilson.
He's just pulling a Russell Wilson.
So wait, what happened with Russell Wilson? He hit an injury? Did you see that?
Did he hide an injury?
Apparently he hit an injury.
From who? The Giants?
From the Giants.
Wait, before the season
I
started?
think this last week. I think he hit. I'll get some more details on it. But look, I'm just saying.
I mean, it sounds like Tyler hiding, with the injury, with the extra bone in his foot.
Oh yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Ricardo says Trae won't do nothing for us, and a draft pick is going to be a bust. What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with me? You don't know that pick's going to be a bust. Adam Simon's been cooking. He's had like one oopsie daisy, and that was a big one. It was Maxey for Precious Achua. But the other ones, he's done great. No one's going to bat 1,000. Look at the Warriors. They stink at drafting. Steph Curry's a gazillion years ago. And Draymond. Those were good picks. Been a while, though.
And Clay.
Long time ago. That crybaby's not even there anymore. What's their new guy? They have Dunleavy, right? What has he done? Except give Jimmy Butler $1 gazillion. Kuminga. They can't even decide what they want to do with Kuminga.
But yet you still want the Heat to trade for Trae Young.
I want to trade for a first-round pick. If I get a first-round pick, whoever's on touch with that,
Let me ask you this. Do you think there are other teams in the league that look at Tyler Herro as an asset for you to trade for a first-round pick for?
No, absolutely not.
So
that's why otherwise I would just trade Tyler Herro for a first-round pick. I'm taking on Trae Young's money. Hopefully he'll opt out in the summer.
What?
What?
Wait,
You know
what?
what? I say clip that so we can hear it later.
Why? Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Got a great giveaway coming up for you. Real American Freestyle. Real American Freestyle is coming to Amerant Bank Arena this Saturday. You have former UFC interim welterweight champion Colby Covington against former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold. They are going to take part in some freestyle wrestling. Real wrestling, not pro wrestling. Two former champs stepping onto the mat to take on each other in a little grappling match. Word is on this American Freestyle. This is a lot of the fighters are loving this because they're allowed to do grappling matches even if they're under UFC contract, Vlad. And yesterday there was a little stare down
between
Johnny Bones Jones and Daniel Cormier
again,
and they may be doing it in the on the wrestling mat.
I don't think JBJ wants to go against Daniel in that.
They may be doing that, but if you guys want to go, this is Saturday at Amerant Bank Arena. We have a 4-pack of tickets to give away all week. Yoel Romero is on the card, taking on Bo Nickel. Arman Sarukian, who trains down here. He is a lot of people think he should be fighting for the lightweight title, but he angered Dana White, so now he's not getting a title shot. He's on the blacklist. He's like, there was something that he hurt his back and he couldn't fight last minute, and he's out. Like, he's just on the outs. Sometimes you're on the outs in the UFC, dude. It happens. So anyway, if you guys want to go, we'll give that 4-pack away before the end of the show. Oh, hello, Leroy.
Hello.
Leroy?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
What did he do?
Leroy?
Leroy.
So while you did your...
wait a minute. So
what?
I leave for 15 minutes, and he already tried to get one by on y'all?
No. I let him cook. It's a new year.
No, so Vlad let him cook.
And he burnt the kitchen.
I kind of just instantly.
Yeah, JFig didn't. No, I let him. You know why? It's a new year, Leroy. So I want to be. Right. I want to be different. So I'm gonna let people want to express themselves. I'm gonna let them express themselves. So he wanted. So we talked about the Miami Heat. That's his team.
Okay, who does he want?
Oh wait, hold on.
No.
I think you should go ahead start first with what the Atlanta Hawks are doing.
No. Okay,
start with that first.
So there's a rumor going on, Leroy. Trae Young wants to be traded.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat's one of the teams that's rumored to be involved or interested in trading for Trae Young.
More like
really? Okay.
Right. He goes and says, "No, I wouldn't want Trae Young." But if the Hawks are willing to trade Trae Young and a first-round pick,
2030,
I'm all for it. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, Tyler has only played 6 games, and we're reaching a point right now where his contract is about to, he needs to make a decision on his contract. The Heat need to make a decision on his contract. He hasn't played. He's pretty much done with Boy Wonder. So I'm like, so let me act like Leroy right now. So you're willing to trade a one bad defensive player for even a worse defensive player who's shorter than him? He's like, but I got a first-round pick.
Exactly, dude.
And this all leads.
Okay, so wait. Let me see.
By the way,
my question is, and here's where I would argue the hell out of it, and I'm gonna just pick up. So there's 1 or 2 people you got to give an extension to. Yeah. Tyler Herro or the Garden Gnome.
Well, I don't have to give him an extension.
Why not?
Because I don't want him. I'm taking him off his hands for a year and a half from the Hawks.
Leroy, and that's why I let him cook.
You can't just have the situation fit what you want.
I'm getting a pick.
But you think Trae Young gonna come here and play and not? You've seen how this goes.
Oh, girl, I got my pick. I don't care. I want my pick.
Oh, but do you want the player? Because nowadays players don't play.
Do I want the player?
Nowadays players don't play without the extension.
Right now, we're Atlanta Hawks to leave. We're just curing the headache. That's all we're doing.
By adding the headache.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
No, Tobin.
He'll throw a couple lobby lobs.
Wait, you make a lot of decisions on we'll see.
Yeah.
The people that making these decisions got to have some idea of what they think is going to happen. Not we'll see.
right now,
let's get through that part of it.
Let me explain it to you. Plenty of time. You want to have somebody take off a big salary and a roster problem for you. You sometimes got to attach a pick to it. Right now, the Atlanta Hawks are in no man's land with Trae Young. They're trying to trade him. His agency is working with other teams. Now, the lead pony is the Wizards. But the thing that I found interesting about it is the Wizards reportedly want a pick attached to Trae Young. They don't just want Trae Young. And I was like, I wouldn't want Trae Young, but I'd take Trae Young with a pick. And then if he wants to opt in this summer, he can opt in.
Hold up.
Hold on, let me finish. Okay. If he doesn't want to opt out, if he doesn't want to opt in, oh well, cap space. And we got a pick.
So I'm gonna ask you two guys this. I'm not gonna ask this charlatan. Okay. At what point did he say, I don't really want him, but I'll take him?
Over
he
and
kept
over
on.
again.
He repeated that, right, JFig? He kept
because
but that first round pick though.
Well, hold on,
because here's the other deal.
No, Leroy, you gotta let her finish.
There's a bigger picture here. This all leads into us getting Giannis, by the way.
Or a whale.
He's really leading towards
it ups the war chest. You know, you got to get a lot of picks because this Adam Silver, he stole from us. You know, he's a fence sitter and he won't make any decisions. So he stole a pick from us. So we're getting our pick back via taking on Trae Young for potentially a year and a half, hopefully only 4 months, but potentially a year and a half.
Now, Leroy, mind you, from the beginning of this show, this guy's been trying to add superstars to the teams that he loved down here.
Yep.
Right?
New year, new me.
You going around the world to get next door, brother.
Basically, but he's willing to give up all the pieces that makes this team attractive or would make the team attractive. He's willing to give up all those pieces just to get that superstar and then
also,
figure it out.
Tell him where Wiggins ends up, by the way.
Oh,
potentially
to the Lakers.
Yeah, because if you got to fit Trae Young in on the starting lineup and you still could play Kalel, you're not going to get rid of Davion, I would imagine.
So you want me?
No, Leroy, let me ask you this. Leroy Horde, are you going to be a fan of a backcourt of Davion Mitchell and Trae Young?
You can stack them on top of each other to make one player.
Yeah, but you know what you're going to be a fan of? When I have all these picks and I get Giannis or Ant-Man.
You're not going to be a fan of giving up 185 points a night.
You guys got to open your mind a little bit.
So you're okay with losing right now for the bigger picture.
They're not going to lose. All we're losing right now, we're literally losing a player who never plays in Simone Fontecchio. We're not losing anything.
But you're getting a player who plays no defense.
We already have a player who plays no defense. He literally doesn't play, and when he does, he doesn't play defense.
But he doesn't play, so that means you have somebody else who's playing defense.
And Trae Young doesn't play either.
And if you, Trae,
you know what I have?
Can I ask you a question? Why do you have such a big problem with the guys injured on your team that never play, but you'll go out and trade for another player whose team has the same problem with that player?
Because I'm getting a first-round pick. Why do you guys keep ignoring that in this argument? I'm not trading just for Trae Young. I'm ending the Tyler Herro saga, which is a saga because he wants a boatload of money and he never plays. And it's going to be a thing while he's on the roster now and forever. I'm now taking on a new guy who you don't have that baggage with. You don't really have any attachment to. Okay, if he works, he works. If he doesn't, oh, well, got a pick. See you later, dude. If he's not happy here.
And when is that pick?
Here's actually what you should do. This is strategically so you get him to opt out in the summer. Is what you do is you make him the sixth man. No baggage. Be like, hey, six-man Trae.
And what year would that first round pick be?
I looked at their picks available. I'm thinking 2030 is the sweet spot.
So you want to get a...
What year is it?
2030.
2026.
And we're in 2026.
Because I'm not... you're not going to get the Pelicans pick that they have. That's their golden jewel that they're going to get. And so I looked at the picks and I'm like, 2030 sounds good, right?
What team with a superstar that's willing to trade their superstars wants a pick in the next 4 years in the first round?
All of them. Because they probably want to forecast. You don't want that pick close if you trade for the star because your team's going to be good. You're going to want punt picks all the way down. So potentially, it doesn't work out with that star, a la the Nets, a la the Suns, a la the Hawks when they had the DeJounte Murray in that trade. So you want those picks to be down the line. You don't want them close to when they have the star. I figured this all out. You guys look at me like I'm crazy, and I actually have found
you are crazy.
I have not. Give me
you trading Tyler Herro
who doesn't
for
play.
a short of Tyler Herro.
Yeah, who doesn't play, who also wants a boatload of money. The other one who you have no attachment to, you're getting a first-round pick.
He doesn't play either.
That's okay. I don't want him to play. It's literally getting nobody for nobody in a first-round pick.
So what's the difference in not paying Tyler Herro or bringing in somebody else with a?
Because there's always going to be a thing with Tyler Herro of like, this is home. This is where I got drafted. I want to be here long term. Am I going to fit with Norman Powell? Am I the guy? Am I not the guy? Well, how long are we going to do this dance? We're going to have the same debate.
When people were saying earlier in the year that the team was better than without Tyler, a lot of people thought that they were idiots.
I don't necessarily know that they are or are not better with Tyler. They have been pretty mediocre since he first came back. They haven't been like a great team. So, and that's another thing that is where the team has to be from the trade deadline standpoint is this team really a contender?
No.
Legitimately?
I mean, you've been saying Heat and 5 all year.
Don't say that I've said. No, I haven't.
He might not have said it so far. It's only 6 days into the year.
No, I haven't. I've been wrong about one thing, and that was that Jovic was the keys. And now I'm back on that train because he has an arm sleeve. So we're back.
Oh, my God. I heard that explanation yesterday.
We are back, dude. We are so back.
Dude.
We are so back. It's Jovic's team.
Wait, what?
It's Jovic's team.
You got a guy averaging, 25 a night?
Yeah, and he's another one. Like, if we're going to pay Tyler Herro, if we're not going to pay Tyler Herro, we got to pay Norman Powell. We got all these people who want to get money.
Norman Powell plays and contributes.
So wouldn't you want some freedom to give him some onion?
And let me just say this. And where's Wiggins going? That was the question.
That's only if we get a first round pick.
Lakers.
That's only if we get a first round pick. That's only if we get a first round pick from the desperate.
Can I just tell you?
You got to asset collect, baby.
Wiggins might be one of your most consistent players, and you're just ready to dismiss him.
I'm not dismissing him. I'm getting a first round pick.
Now let's preface this with
why are you acting like I'm getting a bag?
Because you ain't gonna get a first round pick that's equal to.
Hold on, let's.
And you're talking about just getting a first round pick to put it together to trade for somebody else.
That's what you got to get, baby. You got to get asset.
Okay, but what are you gonna do in the meantime? Like,
remember, you're trading Leroy's favorite player, so he's gonna be upset with that.
That's okay. He can be upset. He's always upset with me.
Yeah, he doesn't want Wiggy to go. He loves Wiggins' game.
I do.
Forget the Wiggins thing for right now. The Wiggins thing is aside. You
so
asked me what we're going to do with Wiggins. That was your guys' fault. You took me towards another exit.
But back to Trae Young and trading for Trae Young and possibly a first round pick.
What I want on the back of his jersey, I want it to say 2030 first round pick Young. So I want the asset on the back of the jersey with Trae Young.
So people don't get lost by the garden gnome out there?
Exactly, dude. So anytime you see him turnstile like this, the crowd sees, oh, we got the pick.
So in other words, you packaging Trae Young like an ugly girl that shows cleavage.
Yeah, and when are you going to trade Trae Young? During the summer of 26?
Oh.
See, this is my problem with Tobin.
You don't know.
This is my biggest problem with Tobin. He thinks about things for the next 5 minutes. He doesn't think, okay, what does this mean for next year? And how are we going to do this? And how are we going to do that? He goes, don't care.
I think it goes one of two ways. Here's how it would go. He either opts out, cap space, bing, or
they never do what you want him to do.
Or if he opts in, could trade, boom, expiring contract.
So when do you plan on getting that big whale then?
Don't know. But you know what you need to have in the fold whenever that time comes, Vlad?
Assets?
Assets, my friend. And there's two kind of asses we need down here. Astron and assets.
I mean, if you have Astron, you're going to get there's a good chance you might get the player. But, I get that. You still have to have a plan, Tobin.
Tobin, all of your ideas,
yep,
I could live with. if they didn't last for the next 10 minutes. Like every time we pose a question to you about the future, you never have a definitive answer about anything. And that's the part that drives me crazy.
I don't know why, though. I have given you the
No, you haven't.
I've literally answered every question you've had. Anything that you
wait, so you're telling me, let me get this straight. You're telling me if Trae didn't work out here and he opted in, that somebody else is going to take him?
With 4 first-round picks to trade for a whale, of course.
No. So you're saying you would package him with the 4 first-rounders, they'd have an expiring contract and 4 first-round picks.
Like a priority Amazon Prime package.
And who's going to be playing around that superstar?
Who's going to be playing around that superstar? Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware, because now the attraction.
So you're not going to have to give up. You're only going to give up what you want to give up.
The more picks you have, the less players you have to give up. That's the beauty of it.
How does okay. All right. No, you're not.
So how many draft picks? So say that you were going after Giannis, right?
Yeah.
How many draft picks do you think you got to give?
Probably
Milwaukee?
4 at least.
And how many draft picks do the Miami Heat hold
Currently,
right now?
they have 2. Because Adam Silver stole it from us. And so I'm trying to rectify that.
We passed that.
I'm trying to fix it.
We passed that. Don't blame other people.
That's why I'm trying to fix it.
We are trying as a family. We are trying as a family to get through the conversation of what the team's going to be and what superstar you think you're going to get. Because the biggest star that we've got to sign here in the last 4 years has been Norman Powell. Will we agree with that since Jimmy?
He didn't sign here, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Or trade. So however we acquired him, that he's been the biggest contributor since Jimmy.
Agreed.
So for all those years, you have been doing the same thing. Let's just package this, and this, and go get a star. Let's do this. Let's go get. And they haven't been able to get it, which means to me that maybe all those guys that you're saying really want to play in Miami is not.
Yeah, but they also haven't been in the game. Like they haven't had the picks.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to remedy the situation that they messed up for trading for Terry Rozier in the first place.
Well, okay,
so I'm trying.
Wait. That we're past that. Okay, we're past that. Where the Terry Rozier pick may be gone. Let's just you have what you have. Now, my question is: a team that say Giannis, you're going to give up 4 first-round picks, and you're going to send them an unhappy Trae Young.
You'd be happy if I don't know. Who's to say he's unhappy? Maybe he's a very pleasant man. He seems like he has fun.
No. Listen, what I've learned about basketball is any basketball player, I don't care how sweet and innocent and kind and how good they are for the society and all that, right? When it gets to that point in time when it's time for that extension, they become grizzly bears.
Yeah, all of them. Here's the thing, though. You're the size of a chihuahua. You're not going to be a grizzly bear. I'm sorry.
Then why do you want a chihuahua?
Because I want a first-round pick. Gotta take a break. We're back after this. show where he basically is a rich guy who loses his job as a hedge fund head, and to make money, he robs all of his rich neighbors really expensive
it's like
watches.
some show that's on right now.
I think it's on Apple. I forget where it was, Vlad, but I watched it. It was decent. Anything with John Hamm is like, he's gonna be John Hamm. He's gonna be John. I can be honest with you. You want to talk about franchise players? Spoiler alert. This is a Landman. Spoiler alert.
Oh, your Friends and Neighbors. That's the name of the show.
Friends and Neighbors. Yeah. This is my last warning. Landman. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
Landman killing John Hamm. It was basically like losing their best player.
Wait,
like
they killed the best player?
You would think it's Billy Bob Thornton, but it really wasn't. And Billy Bob Thornton, they've tried to give you so much Billy Bob Thornton, who's just always pissed off. And they've tried to replace it with Sam Elliott, I just can't even understand him. I got to go to subtitles with Sam Elliott up there.
Come on,
whatever you say, son.
There's no Sam Elliott slander.
I like Sam Elliott, but it's just he mumbles.
He's a cowboy.
He's a cowboy. Son, you're blowing your life, son. That's the show now.
Little no fact. Sam Elliott's the one that I think is he the one that taught Tom Cruise how to bartend?
I don't know this. Is that true?
In Cocktail?
You might be right. I don't think I've ever seen all of Cocktail. I feel like I've only caught pieces on like TNT. Anyway, speaking of exciting things, you familiar with Matthew Tkachuk? Matthew Tkachuk seems like he is very close to making his return, because today at morning skate, Matthew Tkachuk is no longer wearing the non-contact yellow jersey.
How much time do you think they give him without the non-contact?
Close to getting Matthew Tkachuk back.
A week? Couple of weeks?
You were down, Leroy. Say what you were saying.
How much time do they give him? A week? Couple of weeks?
Well, he's been skating, I think, fully for like 2 weeks. He's practiced for a week in a non-contact, and now he's on the road trip. Now, it's a long road trip, 6 games, but he was not donning the non-contact. Now, Paul Maurice said today, listen, we're not exactly hitting like crazy right now. It's morning skate. But I don't think he's being treated like porcelain right now. I think he's
the thing I love about Paul Maurice, he always keeps it real. Right.
This was Matthew Tkachuk on Sunday when he was asked about his health status.
Yeah, well, this is going to be my first road trip of the year, and whether I'm playing and on this 6-game road trip. I mean, if it were to happen, probably be towards the end of it, just because I'm still in the non-contact jersey. But I don't even have a target right now if that's it or not. So it's just gonna be nice to be on the road, get in the routine, and figure it out from there. But hopefully it's not too much longer before you see me back out there, the boys.
There you go. Yeah, Paul Maurice's quote today after morning skate, that was from Sunday. Today was, we're not in full heavy contact with him. The next box that has to get checked is that he has to be able to be leaned on, pushed over, recover for a day or so, and see how he goes back on the ice. So, but it's
close.
Brad Marchand says on Matthew Tkachuk being out of non-contact, he said, quote, it means you have to keep your head up because he's going to be looking to hit in practice. It's been a little wild for him. I think he's itching. It's having him out there is fun. He's so energetic and mouthy out there.
Takes one to know one.
That's true.
Right? Like 2 peas in a pod.
2 peas in a pod. Matthew Tkachuk has also turned into quite the Canes fan.
Yep.
And he is very much rooting for the Miami Hurricanes to win the whole thing. This was him also.
It's gonna be it's gonna be tough. You can't look past Ole Miss. Ole Miss has got that's where I fell in love with college football too. So I'm like kind of torn right now, but I got the personal relationship with some of the guys on Miami now, so I'm leaning towards them. But can't look past this one. But I think it'd be pretty sick if they're in the finals here. I think some guys are like trying to get our game pushed up a little bit so we can be able to watch it. They should be able to do that, but it's please keep working on it. I'll do the best I can as well. But it's I don't know. I think they're trying to make South Florida title town. So that'd be pretty cool if they could do it.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. You know why I love him?
What?
Because he said something that was damn smart. If they're playing the national title game, I like to move my game early. Because for some damn reason, every time the Canes play,
the Panthers playing at the same damn time.
And the Heat. All three of them.
We had this problem in the playoffs with the Heat and the Panthers on their run. It was super annoying. Nobody thought about us.
We might have to do a trip to Twin Peaks one of these.
I mean, we did that the one night.
Right, but I'm saying you might have to do it a second and third time.
This is crazy.
Like this Thursday. And
I got to tell you,
January 19th.
Not for nothing, but our viewing experience was awesome.
Yeah.
Your head was on a swivel the whole time, Vlad. On a swivel.
The only problem was the games, except for the Panthers game. Every other game was terrible.
My goodness.
But they play at 7. Kickoff is allegedly 8:30.
No, is it?
Yeah, is it 8:30 or 7:30?
It's 7:30. I saw.
7:30.
Yeah, it's 7:30.
Which means 7:45.
7:45 kickoff.
And they don't care about it up there because they're in Canada. They're like,
no, they'll be back. They'll be back in their first home game. Back from their road trip is January 19th against San Jose.
Oh, I thought he was talking about this game.
Oh, I don't know about this game. Maybe he is talking about this game.
I thought he was talking about the national title.
No, he's talking about this game.
Oh, he's talking about this game. Yeah, Toronto don't care about
Monday is Monday. They will be back. They'll be back taking on the Sharks that night.
Vlad knows that schedule because he got to work.
No, Vlad's not working that day.
Oh, you're not working?
That's Martin Luther King Day. Vlad doesn't work Black holidays. And the next day is Vlad's birthday.
Good for you, man.
So Vlad's not working.
What? He shouldn't have to work.
Well, I only got 2 days I don't need to work. That's Juneteenth and Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, I think I worked on Juneteenth.
Well, should have taken the day off, Leroy.
I
did ask you to take the day off.
I would say this. I think sometimes for some of these holidays, we need representation to keep people from losing their mind about the holiday. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't really understand what some of these holidays mean. And I think as a representative of men of color, I think sometimes throwing the story out there every now and then helps educate people.
Shmithan says, what are your thoughts on that, Tobin? I think if Leroy's working, I'm working.
Hey, that's wait, Vlad. It's the funniest thing in the world. You go, hey, man, you working on Martin Luther King Day? I say, yeah. He says, okay. I don't quite feel right taking that day off if representation is working.
Tangibles can't get the day off.
Oh, that's not no. I look at it this way. You know, there's certain Jewish holidays that they don't work.
Yeah,
and we gotta work it.
Yeah.
Well, I got
you. I just I just think that sometimes on some of these holidays, you need the perspective of someone like me, right? To at least put it out there so people could feel how you want to feel. I'm not telling you how to feel, but what I like to do is tell the story. You know, like a lot of people have heard about Martin Luther King. A lot of people don't know about Martin Luther King.
No way. That did not happen, Shmithan. If that happened, reparations.
Oh, that did happen.
Wait.
Yeah.
Zaslow and Amber took off, and the co-hosts were the fill-in was Brian Monroe and Rashad
Butler.
Yeah.
So they let the brothers work on Martin Luther King Day while the two Anglo-Americans did not?
That's right.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So I guess we should be more appreciative of Tobin tiptoeing through the various situations.
Nobody has to appreciate me. I'm just showing up for the day. The only person who needs appreciation is Dr. King.
Vlad. There is nothing that makes this man feel more uncomfortable than situations like
Don't
this.
Need any appreciation.
No credit. No
Happy
credit. I'm just saying, I appreciate your efforts, Tobin. A lot of people would not. A lot of people would not go, and feel as uncomfortable
and make that call like you do, although I do find it hilarious.
We gotta take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Let's get to our headlines this hour, brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Heat back on the hardwood tonight, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves to start a 4-game road trip. 8 o'clock is your tip-off. Is it still the Target Center? I feel like it is. It's always the Target Center.
Yeah, Minnesota has a lot of big-time companies. They have Target, Best Buy, GM, 3M. There's one more.
Jaime Jaquez is out for today with the ankle injury. Tyler Herro is available, and he told Ira Winderman that he is going to play tonight.
So we're past the point of he got to start if he's back, right?
I don't think they should start him. I think that they should take him off.
But remember, you were the one saying if he's back, he's got to start. So I'm asking you.
I was of that when he first came back, but I think at this point, like, hey, we're halfway through the season. Like, you'll work your way back. If he balls out, then okay, we can get to that point. But I don't see the purpose in.
But that's what I was saying before.
Yeah, I was hoping he wasn't going to be right at. I was hoping that when he came back, he was going to come back.
So you agree with me?
I will say now I agree with you.
Okay. All right. I know it hurt a little bit.
No, doesn't.
Maybe you threw up
I'm
a
okay.
little bit.
I'm okay. It's not like
No.
When you agree with me, it's like it does something wrong to your soul.
It does.
I like agreeing with you. I like agreeing with you.
It does. Friend. It hurts.
Why does it hurt your soul that you agree with him?
Why?
Show pony. He thinks I have
right. Because Vlad, if two people go into a conversation and they being serious, and then they come to like common ground, I could deal with that. But show pony, that means that I'm falling for the silly sauce.
But you've been nearly together working for 10 years now. It's been 8.
And
right?
I've been fighting it ever since day one.
Why fight it?
But because here's why, Vlad. Here's why. Because if I don't fight it, he's gonna keep getting worse.
Wow.
Oh, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of that's the dynamic of the show.
No,
you're
the
responsible, mature former athlete, and he's the petulant little child fan. I mean, I'm just saying it because somebody put it on.
Yeah, somebody put it up there.
And when he said that, it kind of fit because it's like you do act.
It's like I don't understand this dude's infatuation with Trae Young. After watching,
he's gonna argue it's the pick.
It is the pick. That's my argument.
But you wanted Trae Young before.
Exactly.
Well,
so now all of a sudden you found something else to kind of hide behind the Trae Young thing. But you wanted Trae Young before. You've said, let's get Trae.
I have a problem. No. I have a problem with you. You and Jennifer, the Hobnob twins.
Oh my goodness. No. You always wanted Trae Young.
No, I did not. Stop mischaracterizing what I said. That's not what I said. Okay, I said I would be intrigued by the idea of.
Oh my goodness!
I love the wording. I
yes,
love it. You already know what that meant with you.
You already had like advertisement set up. Trae 05.
Yeah. So that means you weren't sure that you wanted him. Trae 05.
What I said was,
there he is. That's right. Look,
what I said was, I reflected on it, and I said, you know what? His Instagram. I think I'm out. Because it was ridiculous.
You know what's funny? Even the listeners are starting to chime in.
No, it's that they've been on him about this actually.
Right.
Been on me about
this is the first time I've seen more of the listeners.
I understand
we're against you.
I understand nobody wants Trae Young. You guys are thinking small, which he is. You're thinking small. That's not what this is about. You guys need to look at the and here's the other thing. We didn't have Norman Powell when I first went around the idea of Trae. Now we got Norm.
No, we were talking about this when we had Norm in the beginning of the year. We were talking about yes, we were. We were. Oh my goodness, dude.
Because you smile and you say that.
I really be honest with you, and I feel bad. It's like I do the show with two old kooks sometimes. Your guys' timeline is all wrong.
Okay.
It
You know
really
what? I'm
is.
gonna go back
It
on my
really
notes.
is.
Going back on. No, but it's like even if we have receipts, you say they're not valid. That's the problem with you.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
Exactly.
your receipts are flimsy.
Okay, now they're
Flimsy at best.
flimsy.
How can a receipt be flimsy?
Flimsy at best.
It's a receipt.
Hey, clip it. Oh no!
Wait, we've
You
had somebody play back your exact words, and you still try to wiggle out of it.
You can play back words. You got to know the context.
The context. I want the garden gnome. Trail 5. That you
I
want?
didn't look, ladies and gentlemen. There's one thing we know about Tobin, and at least in the 5-6 years I've been working in the station.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a superstar, he wants him.
Right.
That is
if
it.
it's a big name,
If it's a big name, right? Like he doesn't.
Heart eyes everywhere.
So why does he not own it?
He might as well.
wanted Trae Young.
That's what I'm saying. Just say, look, I want a superstar because that's what.
I don't think he's a superstar.
You don't think he's a superstar?
I don't think he's a superstar.
You gave him a name.
Trail 5.
He's an awesome. Not only you give him a name, you got sound effects with it.
Yes.
That's
Wait. No, dude. It did. You are famous for jumping off chairs, doing all this stuff. I want him.
That was for Damian.
And then going,
Don't
never
bring up
wanted him.
Damian- Don't bring up the Damian Lillard.
May have dodged the bullet.
That was mischaracterization of Jimmy, which also didn't turn out to be incorrect. It's just the bullet took a lot longer to get to us. Magic bullet. Mike McDaniel, he says he's going to speak to Stephen Ross.
Can we have a buffer between us listening to you and then having to listen to Mike McDaniel?
And you know, realistically, we're getting together later in the week to discuss what needs to be discussed. We both share the sentiment that we're not where we want to be, and you know, in this business, you have to have a plan and a plan of action to improve that play. And I think those discussions are very important and healthy. And I think the fan base is counting on that to occur. We're not just dismissing this season as, oops, we'll try again. No, there's
Britney Spears now?
You're trying to attack things, control your controllables.
He's not attacking.
And, you know, with a bottom line of we need to improve this football team now and set forth a plan to do that.
I would pay a pay-per-view price to see. I would pay a DAZN subscription plus pay-per-view to see the Mike McDaniel Stephen Ross meeting. I would love that.
You think he takes a gummy before he sees Mike McDaniel?
Stephen Ross?
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't want to be high as a kite if I had to listen to that.
Can I just tell you, there is nothing that I would like to listen to less than that. I would do 5 hours of Odyssey training online.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Just all at one time with no breaks, no pee breaks, no nothing, no snacks. I would just sit there, full attentive, paying attention to legal. Instead of listening to Mike McDaniel and Stephen Ross talk.
You know, I would love to put a muzzle on.
Because here's the problem. It's hard to have a conversation about what's going on without being able to identify the real issues. And they're going to go in that meeting and talk about players and the circumstances behind, you know, what happened and the quarterback not playing that well and the defense taking time to come along and all those things could be valid points. Okay. But the issues that I've had with this team all year have actually had little or nothing to do with talent. And so from that standpoint, I want to know what's going on with that portion of the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, here's the
They said have the Dolphins released an end of year message by Ross. No, they've released nothing, which is odd because it's odd, but it's understandable, I guess.
I would say
last year
he have an end of year message until right now they're going through the process of getting a GM. So I understand that he's not thinking about releasing the thing. They want to take care of this first. So let's all understand the situation and stop trying to think or scheme or say that they're trying to avoid something when really the most important thing right now is getting the GM, having a conversation with that GM, having a conversation with Mike, and then giving the end of season and where you're headed. Because without that information, all you're going to get is we're in the process of doing that. We're doing this. We're doing that. So I'm cool with him not releasing anything right now. Take care of task at hand, finding a GM, figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to go about certain things. And then you'll have more information to give to the people that have a bunch of questions.
Apparently, and according to Barry Jackson, they're doing the virtual interviews today and they're doing them through tomorrow. And then the people who make it through will do in-person interviews, but they have to, if they're still with the team, they have to get written permission to come do the in-person interview.
Correct.
It's
even if it's a GM.
Yes, they still
they're not doing much now as far as they're getting ready for the draft.
I don't think anybody's going to shoot them down. I mean, I think if they're already approved, because they had to request for these interviews anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a courtesy thing.
Yeah, it's a courtesy thing. Barry Jackson writes, a source directly involved with the candidates for the job said Monday night that the Dolphins have not informed the candidates if McDaniel will be retained as coach. It's unclear what Ross would say if he was asked that question during the Zoom interviews with any of the candidates. Signs are pointing towards McDaniel returning next season. Nevertheless, NFL Network is the only national outlet reporting definitively that he is expected back. Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer said a change that could change if the Ravens and John Harbaugh part ways, but the Miami Herald does not independently confirm that.
No, I could see that. And I'm cool with that from this standpoint. And I'm big on this. Don't do something without a solution. Right? And so the fact that if Harbaugh became available and they decided to then fire Mike McDaniel, that means you have a plan. Okay? Not just fire a coach and then go hire another Mike McDaniel, because part of the problem with all of this is all the coaches that you have hired, the last 3, maybe 4 coaches, have all been new coaches that probably required a little more patience than you should have.
Well, I was also going to say the last time they fired a coach, surprisingly, was Flores, and the plan was they were going to get Sean Payton, but they got blown up.
Right. And lost a pick.
And lost a pick.
Right.
By the way, this is the thing. So this is the thing on Flores I wanted to mention that I thought on Las Vegas. Did you see that? And I'm happy for Bravo. Good for him. But I find it strange. Tom Brady
is a part owner, and they're bringing him in for.
Yeah, that's not weird to anybody.
No,
he didn't want Tom Brady.
No, that's not. But here, if Tom Brady is a football guy, right? And if you're 40-something years old, and you know that them going to meet you is a little shady, and the head coach doesn't want any part of that, you can't hold him. You can't blame him for that.
Yeah, but did he not want to mean it because he thought it was shady, or did he not do it because he thought Brady sucked? Because
either way, if you're the player, you have to respect that. That's not nothing personal.
I don't know. Because here's what I would say. Because they were going to spin the block in it again with Sean Payton. And if you were cool with Brian Flores, wouldn't they have just kept Brian Flores and bring back Tom Brady? I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Because I think, listen, it's kind of the same way I feel about Aaron Rodgers. It ain't got nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers' career. It's the fact that he's 40-something years old. That's it. And can you imagine being a new coach and you have to have a 40-something-year-old quarterback So that means your career now lasts as long as he's here. That's a tough spot. So I'm not, and I don't know, whether it was shady or not. I don't know, they lost a pick with Sean Payton or the Brady thing.
They lost. Well, both. They got caught.
Right. So it had to be something illegal. And so can Tom Brady hold him and feel any animosity towards him because he didn't want to do anything that was shady?
I don't know. I don't find Tom Brady to exactly be non-petty. So
then why? Then you
I just
said
found it surprising.
then why are they interviewing him?
I don't know. That's why I found it
That means
surprising.
he must not be that petty.
We'll take a break. More to come. We're back after this. All right, very quick segment here because I bleeped up the clock. So I'm going to just give away a giveaway, and then we'll come back and do the mixed bag to close things out. But Leroy,
yes,
Real American Freestyle is coming to Amerant Bank Arena this Saturday. Colby Covington goes up against Luke Rockhold. And if you want to go, caller number, what do you say, Jennifer? What caller you want to give it to?
Caller number 5.
Caller 5 to 305-567-0560.
You don't know how to play the game, Jennifer.
Caller 5 to 305-567-0560 is going to win tickets, a 4-pack of tickets to Real American Freestyle. Yoel Romero's on the card against Bo Nickel, friend of the show. Both friends of the show.
Both of them.
And of course, Armand Sarukian's going to be on the card.
Yoel Romero is a professional fighter. He will
Yes.
fight anywhere in
He's so
any.
And a delight. He's the
Yeah.
nicest scary man.
Didn't we interview him from his bed?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. That sounds about right. Yes,
And he
I think we
almost
did.
made it all the way through before he dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, they tried. Anyway, caller 5 to 305-567-0560 wins those tickets. If you guys can't wait to win, just purchase your tickets at amerantbankarena.com/events. Take a break, and we'll go to the mixed bag next. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let us get to the mixed bag to close things out. Leroy, you familiar with Phillip Rivers?
He looked like a coach this past weekend.
He did. Well, he was asked about the idea of being a head coach. That's what he said.
Those are all big what ifs. I do think that, as humbly as I can say it, that I could coach at this level and I know enough about the game and about the guys and from a leadership standpoint, camaraderie, all that comes with it. But again, that's not something that I'm sitting here pursuing. I really, like I said, if anything I learned the last 4 weeks is take it one day at a time, because there was a Sunday afternoon, I had no thought of being in Indianapolis the next day. And then, 24 hours later, I was here, and I've been here a month exactly, or 4 weeks exactly today. So, you just kind of just go, take it one day at a time, be where you are, and go from there.
What do you think of Coach Phillip Rivers, Leroy?
He does have the kind of career and knowledge that at some point will lead him to be a coach.
Could be. Man who is a coach, Dan Campbell. So what do you have to say about the Lions year? Not in the playoffs.
How do you feel like you did this year on the job being the head coach of the Lions?
Not good enough. We didn't get in. I mean, we underachieved, so not good. I would give myself a freaking F.
Whoa. Tough grader.
I mean,
but honest.
Yeah. I think, you know what? There's certain people that when they say things, they mean it and they feel it. He's one of those guys.
Oh, he feels it.
Right. And so you respect it, but I'm a little curious to why are people asking, what do you think your grade is? I think it's the dumbest question in anything. You don't ask somebody about how they think they did. I'm a lie.
Well, if you lie, they're gonna call you out online.
So what?
All right. Well, that's the reason why they asked that question. So it's basically.
I mean, but
it's a setup question.
Right. Exactly. Like.
But I think he passed it.
Right, because he answered honestly.
But then if he comes back and they're like, "Well, you did say you were a failure last year," like they could bring it back as a receipt,
Oh,
if he doesn't know how to wiggle his way out of it, like let's say he's got a couple
I know who's never going to give himself a failing grade. Old Tobes.
No way. This Trae Young thing is good.
Old Tobes. We've seen you manipulate around words and situations more than anybody.
Thank you.
But I just think it's nobody asked. Like, what if I went to Publix and I say, "Let me ask you, how you think you did in this transaction?" Right? It just seems ridiculous.
Don't they do those? I mean, aren't people asked to evaluate their jobs in certain places? That's a thing, right?
Evaluate their jobs.
Yeah, like personal evaluations. We don't have those here at Odyssey.
No.
I'm gonna ask.
I've been doing this. How long I've been doing this? For 17 years?
Oh, like we are.
I still have no idea how I'm doing.
Yeah.
I just know they don't tell me not to show up tomorrow. That's it. I have no idea compared to what others do and how they do it. So I always have the attitude, if I'm going out swinging. I'm going out doing me.
Well, I think if we're going to be fair, Mike McDaniel also evaluated. He was asked to describe his job in the last 4 years.
Mike, how would you describe your first 4 years?
Of course, it's perk.
Of course, right?
Well, I would describe my first 4 years. Listen, I was hired here to not just be the head coach. I was hired here to return a storied franchise to winning regular season games, playoff games, and Super Bowls. And I haven't done that. To me, the best. I think this season.
This is why we had to come from back from break early.
How I see myself is in football, you have to respond. Your job is to respond to a bad quarter, a bad play, a bad series of plays, a bad series of games, and respond with authority to improve. And that's where I'm at right now.
I love how he answered the question Wow.
That was. Wait a minute.
Dan Campbell.
Can I just tell you, Tobin?
Straight F's.
You sure you guys aren't related?
Who? What? Me?
He talked for 3 minutes and never answered Perk's question.
You don't duck Perk.
Dude, look. Here's the problem.
I love how Perk.
Vlad hit on the problem, right? I'm more than sure Mike feels disappointed that he didn't do the job that he thought he could do, or hasn't had any real success. Okay? But at the same time, I'm not going to throw myself under the bus. Right? You know who can do that? Bill Belichick. Guys like Mike Tomlin, guys like, Harbaugh. Like, they can go out and say, because they got some, they got some stuff behind them.
Mm-hmm.
They can go out and say, yeah, I suck this year. I need to be better. Right? And it ain't going to result in somebody getting fired. But if you're a new coach and you only been doing it for 4 years and it hasn't been pretty the last couple, it hasn't ended well, like, yeah, I'm not going to give you the seeds to fire me.
Dade South says, can the FCC fine you for rambling? No, but we can.
-1 for rambling.
How we had that button.
I think we only got it for him.
1,000%.
A couple more here for you. Carlie Irsay,
my baby.
Well, she says there's never been a higher sense of urgency with the Colts.
What Chris knows and Shane knows is that the sense of urgency this year has never been higher to be able to win and finish games. I think we made a lot of progress, but we've got to be able to win and finish games.
Yeah. You know what?
I tell you what, is anybody going to question when she says something like that? Because she is she's on it, right?
Respect her.
She's also like, by the way, we traded 2 first-round picks. Like, hey, boys, let's go. We went and we made the big swing for Sauce, and then
he was hurt.
Jones' leg didn't work.
I mean, little did she know that Sauce is gonna strain his calf and go 2-15 this season.
That's crazy.
Having the worst record of any player.
How do you have the same record with the Colts that you did with the Jets? Maybe he's the mush.
He's been getting cooked a little bit too. His last couple of outings.
You know what? Maybe we could. Maybe Carlie would be interested in a former Pro Bowl quarterback.
They're bringing back Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Achilles are tough. Achilles are tough to come back from. Not everybody beats science. That was a tough look.
Yeah, I'd rather come back from Achilles than
tough look
than a concussion.
Can't interest them 2 in a dome.
No,
it's pretty amazing what
Leroy.
you think these people that get paid millions of dollars will fall for.
Leroy, not only Tobin, but have you listened to somebody? Have you read some of the comments that on the chat? Oh, we'll trade Tua to the Jets for the number 2. Like the Jets may be terrible. They've been terrible. They've done dumb things.
Not that dumb.
They ain't that dumb.
He's gonna start somewhere next year, though, right?
Yeah, in Rocks Football League,
man.
The UFL.
What about Arizona?
That's an Oos. He can play for an Oos.
You think they're getting rid of Kyler Murray?
I think so. It sounds like I don't know.
Well, whoever the new head coach is.
Kyler Murray has also been an injury-plagued quarterback, and they have the same. And look, let me be clear. And this is what I told you about the Heat. If I have had problems with a certain type of player, that means, i.e., an injured player, I'm sure as hell not going to go out and sign another injured player. And so when a lot of times when you ask me about these players for the Heat, the first thing I go to is availability.
Right.
Because that's something that they haven't had from their stars in 3 or 4 years.
What if I make an asset available with it, though?
It doesn't matter. Dude, you still going with that.
Speaking of the Heat, finally, Norman Powell. Great season.
Yep.
He was asked, does he feel like he will get that elusive all-star nod this year?
I think I definitely have made the case.
I've learned last year, not to get caught up in, whether I make it or not. I want to make it. I think I deserve to make it. My peers around the league, after games and things like that, are telling me that I'm an all-star and that I should be there. So hopefully it happens for me this year. But for me, the goal is to go out there and win, and showcase all my hard work, and leave it up to the fans, the coaches, that makes those decisions. I don't know how much the media has in it. I know the voting has changed over the years, but my case is to go out there and help them win. And from doing that, if outside people believe I should make it, I'll be there. But I do believe that I am an all-star. I've always seen myself as that, and something that I've always wanted to work towards in my career.
Well, he'll get a rare Miami Heat national TV appearance.
Can I
tonight.
just say this? I don't want to rain on nobody's parade, but let me just say this. If all your peers are saying you're all-stars, you're an all-star, why the hell ain't voting for you?
Good question. That's tough.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
He's a West guard.
Like you're an all-star. Yeah. But I'm gonna vote for Trae. Then that means you saying you ain't an all-star.
Raining on Powell's parade.
I'm not. I think he should have been one last year.
Well, let's put it this way: is he having a better season so far this year than Tyler did at this point last year?
Yeah, I would say so.
And Tyler was an all-star, right?
He was.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was.
It's gonna be hard to put up them league leading numbers and just jump over him.
Well, can't be too mad. Tyler won me a bet on the 3-point contest last year.
Yeah, you want to send him off that Atlanta.
I want him to have a new fresh start.
Right now, if it was up to you, Tobin, we literally have 4 max players sitting on the bench.
No, I don't think that's true. If it was up to me, we'd have Damian Lillard in a championship right now, but nobody listens to me.
You wonder why. You wanted to give Jimmy the money too.
With the championship, yeah, absolutely. We would have had
You think wait. You think Jimmy was going to play more games if you gave him the money?
We don't have any time to argue this today. It's a debate we've done many a times, and the show has come to a close, my friend.
Way to go. Way to go.
I must bid you adieu.
If you can dodge a question, you can dodge a ball.
Talk to you tomorrow.